And we're live!
Hey!
Or something.
With about all of the enthusiasm y'all have come to know and love from this wacky group of people here. Welcome in, everybody, to another edition of Hit Points Not Required Charity One Shot. Well, we're going to tell a story for you this evening. We're going to have a good time. You're going to have a good time, but you probably want to know who the heck some of us are, or most of us are, or maybe you don't. Maybe you just like to hear our dulcet tones. Either way, I will gladly introduce you to our wild table of misfits here. Starting all the way over to my left, my right, your left, somebody's corner up there is our incomparable DM, or as we like to call them, tail weaver, Jacob. Fantastic. Just one square over, we have someone whose hairstyle is always on point, Nikki, the wig DM. It is indeed Nikki.
Jacob, say hello one more time.
Hello, I've been told to say hello. There's nothing better than a muted dungeon master or tail weaver in your story here. It's me, Jacob. I'm not Nikki.
Are you sure? Did you want to swap spots real quick?
Yeah, real quick. Let's go.
All right. Well, moving on after that slight productional interruption, we have someone I'm very happy has stepped out from behind the camera for once, Chrysander. Moving on, there's me, Chuckles, someone who probably should be a little bit funnier with a name like that. However, I blame that on my parents. Except possibly also muted. Can you hear me now? How about now? This is Chuckles, not Nikki, still not Nikki, nor Jacob.
Off to a great start.
Yeah.
Those that can hear me, we're just working out a few tech issues with a couple of the people.
I'm not sure why Chris is muted. I could hear him, so.
Oh, somebody hears well, but Chris is muted. Chris. Yeah, tell them you're not Nikki.
Okay, we can hear Chuck.
There's
Apparently,
going to be a quiz at the end about which of us is Nikki.
Is really
So-
Nikki.
Okay. So,
Right, so
if
going
y'all-
around again, let's just shout
Yeah,
off
I think
from
we have
the
to go around
top.
again.
Jacob.
Yes, Jacob. Let me know if you can't hear me. If you can't hear me, it's probably best.
Nikki. Yeah, I was expecting everyone to say yes at that point in time, but Chris.
Yeah.
Well, at least it has a non-silent agent there. Oh, wait. Anyway, I am Chuckles. And as we proceed around, we next will find the person that has the keys to our castle, which apparently has a lack of sound in it, Rook Vellum.
Rook Vellum, who is currently figuring out why Nikki
I have no
and
idea
Chris
why they're
are
not.
still muted. We might have to take a little 20-second breather here and recollect ourselves. Don't go away. We will come right back. / we might stay here.
We'll be
I
right
can
back.
vamp for a
We'll
bit.
be right back.
We'll be right back. BRB. Don't go anywhere, or I'll find you.
Audible,
Chris, say hello. Nikki, say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Real Nikki.
Hello, I'm Chris. I'm Nikki.
Hell yeah.
Where's Waldo? All right.
Well.
So once again, I think we left off as you get to meet all of us with Nikki, and Rook. Please say hello, Rook.
All I've got to say is, God damn it.
Spoken like a true production professional.
Yes.
And rounding
Juggling
out this
everything.
very vocal, very audible, very hearable cast that we have is our favorite shade of purple, always our favorite shade of purple, Violet.
Yeah, that is me. I am Violet, and I am not Nikki.
So good to know that there's one not Nikki
Mhm.
in the group.
I don't know what to do with that information.
Well, I'm sure it'll come back later on. We'll have a quiz. Just stay tuned.
Take notes.
But we are not just here to have fun and do audio checks all evening. In fact, we are actually here to tell a story, not just because we love telling stories, which we do, but also for a fantastic cause. Violet, can you please tell them about this cause?
Yes, this month we are continuing to raise funds for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Palestine Children's Relief Fund has been providing medical care and resources to children in the Middle East for over 30 years. In addition to that extensive and ongoing work, they're the primary humanitarian organization in Palestine and are currently working to provide food, medicine, and clean water to people in Gaza throughout the ongoing crisis. So please do what you can to help us, help them, and donate what you can. So, with that said, I'm going to turn it over to Jacob for our story.
Thank you very much. We begin our adventure today in an icy, icy tundra. The cold wind whipping, biting against your skin, your breath almost turning to crystals the instant it exits your mouth, as Dane Cook would pronounce it. You can feel the follicles in your hair follicles in your nostrils, and if you have them in your ears, they start to harden and crystallize as well as you make your way across the crunching, slightly slippery ice and snow of Parfar. As the wind whips, visibility is at near zero. You can barely see 10 feet in front of you. As you guys trek along, the one person you do see in front of you, crunching through the snow and the ice as it whips against your covered ears, is your guide, Phineas. Would you like to describe and introduce yourself as the wind whips at you?
Fantastic. Yes, I am Phineas. I'm your guide. Don't worry, we're on the right track. We will get there. It's right this way. Yes, this way. And I am obviously quite human. Average human height, average human weight, but very, very pretty golden locks that are sort of frozen in a weird pattern right now, with a nice circlet holding them back. And I am wearing everything one could possibly imagine one might need to trek across frozen ground. Snow shoes, there's climbing gear, there are spikes that are hanging in there that I was trying to attach to the snowshoes, but I can't get them on both at the same time. A very heavy cloak, and just every possible bit of gear that one might with this way. It's and I lick my finger and hold it up and it freezes, and this way. Come along, everyone.
As you trek, your footprints being left in the snow are almost immediately swallowed by feet that are possibly twice, maybe 3 times the size. Who knows? Friedrich, would you like to describe and introduce yourself as you march behind Phineas, your tour guide, heading towards... Well, we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, sure. Standing about 7'3", you see a blue-skinned Goliath of a man. He's got white, wiry hair, really thick beard, wild eyebrows. He's dressed in plate here and there. His skin actually more exposed than you would expect for people in this type of environment. But as an actual guide in these harsh lands, that's what he does. And all he does, listening to Phineas, is shake his head. You're going to get us killed, man.
Death is part of the adventure. Don't worry, it doesn't stop there. Just keep going. We'll be there shortly.
Now,
And on
the
your
thing
last
that
please note. Oh wait, no, I'm not a tour guide.
the thing that is more fun about Phaedrak is that he is speaking from about 12 feet off the ground, riding a giant ram, standing about 5 feet tall.
Nice.
Yep.
The ram. What is the ram's name?
Poundsy.
Poundsy. Excellent. As Poundsy trots along, there is a particularly cool gust of wind that kind of whips up and curls the snow. It kind of makes a little bit of a loop there, like an ice not driftwood, an ice tumbleweed. As it tumbles along, it does go and smack the face of a very similar looking individual. Horik, would you like to describe and introduce yourself as a clump of snow slaps you in the face?
Oh yeah, very similar looking. This guy's quite a bit of work here. He's about 8 foot tall, probably pushing 550, 600 pounds. Wearing like black leather chaps and a black vest. And no, that's not fur that is wrapped around his neck. That's back hair. And he's got like long, stringy brown hair and almost like this large, oddly shaped, misshapen head. But he's massive, and he's wielding like a massive shovel strapped across his back. And he's got a pair of massively large hand drums that are strapped to his waist, and he's just kind of keeping the beat and the rhythm as we walk along. Excellent.
Losing the sound as you hit the drums, the sound kind of disappears into the wind there. It's impossible to tell whether it's day or night right now. There seems to be a perpetual overcast kind of condition here. And as you march on forward behind Poundsy, spotting the clumps of ice starting to form in Horik's back hair is someone who may or may not be a little out of place here. The icy tundra may not be a habitat of elves, but I'll let you decide. Delphine, would you like to describe and introduce yourself?
Yeah, looking very, very strangely out of place. An elf sort of trudges along behind, seeming just very focused and determined. This is what we're doing. This is what we decided to do. No going back now. And she has, long elvish ears, sort of charcoal gray skin, silvery white hair, sort of loosely pinned up behind her head, wearing, and this is where it gets strange, not so much her elvish nature, but sort of like a saffron yellow colored blouse, some wool pants, some decently sturdy boots, nothing, outrageous. A leather, sort of hardened leather breastplate that looks brand new. Like fresh out the box. And red silk cloak with a little bit of delicate gold colored embroidery along the edges. And that's it in this frozen tundra. This sort of lightweight cloak kind of billowing along as in this freezing wind as she walks, but she seems pretty okay with that. With her life choices at the moment. So just plodding along, a look of fierce determination, and seemingly unbothered by the cold.
Beautiful. Making your way out from the frosty little town that you left a little while ago, having met up with your guide, Phineas, and being led out to this icy outpost, there is one final member following along in order to check in on the scholars and scientists that are in the Frozen Outpost that apparently sent word that it was attacked. and then no word has been heard from since. Magenta, would you like to describe and introduce yourself as you guys head out to aid?
Absolutely, I would love to describe myself. Hi, I'm Magenta. I am an Earth Genasi with deep coal skin, ridges in it inlaid with my namesake sort of gemstones kind of poking out. Similarly dressed to my elven friend here, I think we actually have the same pair of boots. I think we went to the same clearance. Uh, wearing not much in the way of winter covering, but her like fur-lined dress does cover most of her body. She has these very nice, lovely bracers that have beautiful engravings of vines kind of going up her forearms. All she has on her, besides the bracers, her lovely pair of boots, is a quarterstaff upon her back. She doesn't carry much, and she seems genuinely quite comfortable in this blizzard. Not that she's not constantly vigilant. You usually catch her eyes scanning at about 180 degrees constantly, always out on the lookout for any dangers that might be following us or that we might run into on this great trek. Though she also has been looking at that giant goat, and every now and again you just see her hand reach up.
As you resist the urge to pat the goat that has oddly almost the same kind of quality of fur as the hair on Harek's back, you march on forward.
Hand goes between the goat
trotting-
and between Horik's back. Just that.
Where does it end?
Oh,
Where does
hello
it
again.
As you trot on forward, it has been tough going for the last 5, 6, it's got to be 7 or close to 8 hours at this point. Surely you need to take a break. Surely you need a rest. Surely you come across this facility at some point. And as you're trekking across the ice and snow, Friedrich, you know what to look out for here. And as you're trekking across this kind of flat plain landscape, you can tell that the wind off to the right is kind of curling and then whipping back in, like you've reached some kind of shoreline, like the drop off of this flat icy tundra into the ocean is not too far off to one side from you, and you're able to adjust. However, as you're trotting along, you just hear this and if you'd like to make a survival check for me real quick.
I would, yes.
Oh, come along. Don't be so slow over there. We've got to get there. The sooner we get there, the sooner we can get back. Come on.
What'd you get
Delphine
there?
is
Sorry,
dutifully following Phineas's instructions.
Magenta got a 21.
Excellent, Friedrich. What'd you get?
I got a 9. But I'm gonna move Poundsy kind of off to the right, so that I can be sort of a barrier between whatever that is and the rest of my people, just in case something goes amiss.
Nice. As Poundsy moves off to the side there. As that happens,
I will protect
Magenta,
the
you
scout.
recognize, you know what that noise is. That's ice breaking. And as you hear ice cracking, a huge chunk of ice cracking and shifting, you just feel like the world is tilting ever so slightly to the right.
Magenta goes, "Oh dear," as the just tilt. Everyone, hang on.
To what?
Actually, if you say that, she reaches forward and grabs you. She says, "Just hang on to me." And then
Just hang on to Poundsy. You'll be fine.
I put one hand on Magenta and another hand on Horik's back hair.
amazing.
Just
Magenta,
holding on.
Magenta is going to use, I believe her. She has the monk ability of slow fall, so she would like to attempt to at least lessen the fall for her and Delphine, if possible.
You're not falling at this point. There just seems to be the
Just-
entire shelf of ice that
okay,
you're on
got it,
is
got
starting to tilt. Yeah,
Okay.
towards the ocean, towards the frigid.
It's not an
ocean.
immediate drop. Great.
No.
You should definitely start moving that way quickly.
Great. Thank goodness.
But maybe that way. I think that way seems to be a good. Just that way.
If you feel so,
It
Phineas.
drops about a foot or so. Your stomach just drops from you for a moment, and it starts to move a little quicker as you scramble. The ice under your feet. How are you guys getting out of here?
Poorly.
Oh,
Climbing out.
is my
This-
fault. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Ordric, you have been doing your best, she says as she pats that back hair. And she's like, good, great, wonderful. Let's get out.
What's the
And
distance? How big is this section that appears to be?
You just feel the entire ground below you moving. You can't see further than 10 or 15 feet ahead of you. Friedrich has pointed basically uphill, and you just feel uphill getting harder and harder and harder. You're not sure how far you have to run. You can make a perception check if you wish.
I kind of want to just misty step like as far as I can toward wherever seems like it's safely.
Yeah, you. Here's the thing: you don't know where is safe. You're on a shelf of ice that is shifting. So if you misty step 30 feet, you are still on this slope that is kind of tilting up more and more. You watch as Phineas disappears, reappears 30 feet away, still moving up.
I'm just scrambling. I'm just like scrambling in the snow, like just trying to desperately go as fast as I can.
As you go as fast as you can. Yeah. You start to sprint, Del.
let's go. Magenta, right. Honestly, doing the thing in adventure movies where you grab the other opponent's hand, you're like, let's go, and tries to run holding hands with Del. Don't look too much into that. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Probably half dragging Del.
That's okay.
Excellent. A little bit of panic of many sorts as you run up the slope there. As you run up the slope there, can I get dexterity saving throws from everyone?
Oh, jeez.
Here we go. You got this.
Friedrich,
I'm sorry,
make
Did you
it
say
make it more.
not an intelligence saving throw? You said a dexterity saving throw. I just wanted to check on that real quick.
Horik, can everyone make dexterity saving? Horik, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw to see if you know how to go about running up.
Got it. Got it.
Thank you. Friedrich, if you can make one for your steed as it
not
starts
bad.
to sprint.
You're doing better than me. I'm too distracted by the hand holding.
So if you're within 10 feet of me, you're going to gain +2 on all your saves. I have an aura of
Beautiful.
protection that's constantly up. I got an 8 would be a 10 to hang on to Poundsy. Poundsy got himself a 23.
I got a 19.
I got a
9.
4.
7.
7, excellent. Horik,
I've got a 19 as well.
what about that intelligence saving throw?
That intelligence saving throw. We're in a different boat. That's a 18.
Oh,
Oh my
hey!
goodness! Even when I try to mess
Kiss
with you,
my
it's
ass is where we
fine.
are, right?
So you, see, you watch as you're glancing around. You know to kind of not lean into it too much, or your feet are going to slip from underneath you. So you kind of lean and make a right angle to it as you're running. You look back and you watch as Magenta, Del, Phineas slide past you. You see Friedrich as Friedrich kind of is almost bucked or kind of tumbles off the back of Poundsy there, holding on to the fur. You can see that Poundsy is galloping forward. Yeah.
So you said who is sliding?
Everyone, including you. You're about to kind of fall off Poundsy. Everyone except Horik failed and is sliding and moving. But you got.
So you'll see.
Oh,
that,
I had a 19 as well.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said 9. Yeah, beautiful.
No,
So
19.
Dal, against all
I'm
odds,
keeping
with that kind of elegant elven grace, is kind of sprawling and no problem. Friedrich, sorry.
So while all this stuff is happening, if anyone had noticed, Friedrich had not seemed bothered at all. He was kind of just waiting and watching and seeing what the rest of the group did. As he sees Magenta and Phineas start sliding, he's actually going to leap off of Poundsy towards Magenta and just yell, "Poundsy, go!" and you see Poundsy just make his way to Phineas. He's gonna grab onto him in his mouth. I'm going to grab Magenta by the scruff of whatever I can find, and we're both gonna teleport 30 feet forward.
Nice. Your steed scoops up Phineas. You grab onto Magenta, and as you do, that momentum of you guys sliding is arrested for a moment, and you were dumped basically on the ice right in front of Horik and Dell as they're running. As Poundsy lands, you also are able to take your feet free drag, and you're all running. It's at this point that you do see that there is a section of the ice has broken off. And as it's broken off, it's just kind of lifted, dropped, and is tilting. And essentially, you guys are running up the embankment, and there seems to be a gap in the ice that drops down into the deepest, darkest, deepest, bluest. My hat is like a shark's fin, as Ladies Love Cool James once sang. This deep blue crevice that you need to figure out how you're getting across. It seems to be maybe 15, maybe 20 feet.
Friedrich, do you think you can make that jump with just your amazing thigh strength?
Yep.
Excellent. Who's...
You see him getting ready to do exactly that.
Yeah, no, I'm like, a part of me is like, yeah, no, I'm gonna trust you. I trust you.
And straight ahead of you, you notice the expanding crack. This is a feature of the land. It happens here all the time. It's much better from the other side. So if you want to, just jump across and look at it from the other side.
Again, Finny is in the mouth of a goat shouting this.
It somewhat lessens your credibility.
So as this crack is coming up, and after he says, "Yeah, I can make it," I'm gonna go ahead and activate my large form as a Goliath and go faster than I was before. I just kind of hulk up to about 12, 13 feet tall. I just have Magenta in one hand, and I'm just running, and I'm going to make a leap as far as I can across this crack.
Beautiful. Go ahead and give me an athletics check, please. And I think with your big build, you can do that with advantage.
I sure can.
Nice. The ice the whole shelf almost shifts a little bit as you push down.
That's a natural 20 with a 23.
Love. 23. Beautiful. You leap through the air and you land on the other side. No problem. What are the rest of you doing?
As that happens, I'm going to unloose my flail from my side and just hang it off the edge in case anyone needs to grapple to it.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm going to do that.
I am. We'll see how it goes, because I'm coming up, because I've been pulling level with Horik, but I don't feel confident in my ability to do this. I reach over and I grab that hair on his back and just hoist myself up onto his back. And I say, buddy, I trust you. You can do this. You got this. I know you do. And I will give him Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration for Horik. Horik, what are you doing here?
Well, I don't want Dell to fall or slip on my frozen hair. So as I also begin to hulk up to a rough 12-ish foot tall, but also about 8 feet wide or so. There's quite a bit of girth there. As that's happening,
I can stretch out back here.
Top hat off of my head and just swing it around and scoop Dell up in it, and then just hurl myself forward across the crevasse.
Can I aid in that with my flail? Kind of throw it out.
He's getting advantage.
You really want to do that.
Yeah, go ahead. Here's what I'm going to do. You are going to get advantage on the leap, but first, Horik, I need a real quick intelligence saving throw.
Jesus Christ.
Let's see if you know that this is a terrible idea.
18.
Oh my god, another one. Wow.
You're foiling me! You leap
Not
across.
today,
Go ahead and roll athletics with advantage, please.
I don't.
For those of you playing at home, I somehow manage in my one-shots, not even my one-shots, in campaigns as well, to make Rook roll his worst saving throw stat by accident. I don't even plan for it, so now it's just what we do.
It has to happen.
Yeah.
But you're being foiled.
Yeah. I'm being foiled by the dice, of all things.
Odds are in your favor.
I've got an 11.
D8 of
Okay.
inspiration.
Yeah, we'll do.
You do have a
that
D8
for
of inspiration.
sure.
And if he
And
gets
that,
within 10 feet of me, +2.
Unfortunately, he's not quite within 10 feet as he jumps.
so that'll be an 18 total on the athletics.
Oh.
check.
Beautiful. You leap across. As you leap
Rook
across,
cannot
there is a
throw
moment where you
below
kind of.
an 18 tonight.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
I
how
was
it's
way
happening.
below an 18 without the bardic.
No. Shh. Rook, take
And roll,
it,
and
take
roll,
it.
and roll. That flail, just a quick yank to get you guys on board. You glance back and you see the majestic, the hair of the ram, the horns kind of as it gallops. Phineas in its mouth. If you would like to go ahead and make an athletics check for Poundsy, please.
Sure can.
Absolutely.
What are you playing next,
Meanwhile,
Phineas?
I'm prestidigitating the slobber off of me so that my clothes and my hair are not all slobbered. So that's my major concern right now.
That is
Give
a
it to me,
second
Free
nat 20 for Poundsy. 24.
Wow.
Tell me in as much detail as you want or can how Poundsy clears this gap better than any of you.
Easy peasy. You see Poundsy just every single hoof slam just breaks into the ice, giving him that much more grip to it. Having Phineas in his mouth, he just jumps, leaps, flies. He's so majestic. Each curl of his hair just wafting in the wind. Phineas just freeform, but they land, and just as he does, he drops Phineas. And I'll just walk over his face, like, good Poundsy. Climb up.
I peek out of Horrick's top hat. Did we make it?
It's a little greasy.
Now you ratatouille.
Now you're Ratatouille Horrick.
I will
As
put
you-
Dell down. Slide the top hat on. Of course we make it.
I'll just pat his arm. Thank you. Thank you.
And thus concludes the tour of the crevice area, and we are now moving. We're moving
Yes.
on to the next area over here, where you will see the outpost in the distance, right there. Look at how beautiful it is.
With a Hail Mary, you say, we look at the outpost in the distance, and you gesture over your left shoulder. The wind clears for a moment, and over his right shoulder, you see the outpost. As you see the outpost there, it looks abandoned from the outside. You see that there is this long, almost sleek concrete-like building, must be made from like very well-polished stone. It seems to come up about 2 stories and move along like a warehouse. At the very front, there seems to be almost a dome of sectioned crystal pieces, some sort of greenhouse. And you can see that this long facility with a greenhouse closest to you has an enormous door kind of facing you. The snow has kind of piled up on one side from the direction of the wind. And from where you are, about 100 or so feet away, kind of staring through the horrid wind and ice and snow, you can see that part of that dome has the top of it caved in, crushed or broken. And you can see that part of the wall down the far end is cracked open. And the outpost is right there.
Right, that's not supposed to look like that.
No, it's fucked.
I am just immediately pressing forward. I am not waiting for Phineas's guidance. Just super focused and just beelining for this outpost.
I'll follow along.
Yeah, I'm going to scurry.
We go.
Yes. The quicker we get there, the quicker the job is done, and we can turn around and take the tour bus home.
Excellent. You
I'm trying
come
to
upon
calculate
this.
in my mind whether I'm heavier than Poundsy now.
Yeah. How long does your
10
your
minutes
chunky
is how long
boy?
it lasts. So
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So it will still be there as you approach the outpost. Maybe 5 minutes will drop to get there, we'll say, through the difficult terrain. You still have 5 minutes left as you come upon the outpost. What looks to be almost airlock-esque, some sort of mud room at the front, a small hut, a door that's kind of slightly cracked open. You can see the wind whipping through, and you see the enormous dome to your right. It seems to go up for maybe 30 or 40 feet before that crack in the top, and the big facility in front of you as you're at the front door here. Doesn't seem to be any light, doesn't seem to be any sound.
If can I estimate if Fidrak Ek was to stand
Fidrak.
on Horik's shoulders, would they be able to like get to that top part there? Or I mean, I would just like to see it anyway.
I could throw you up there if you wish.
Pass.
Your loss.
I'm studying the doorway right now, trying to see if there's anything unusual, any trace of something that came in through here, or just trapped or dangerous around the doorway before I go through it, which I would like to do.
Excellent. Yeah, you can
Can I
make an
aid her
investigation
in
check.
that?
Absolutely, yeah. What do you do to aid?
She's
Spotlight on you two helping each other out.
Magenta is looking around and pointing out like, well, okay, if we need to make sure there's no like animal tracks, make sure that there's not a like if an animal took shelter in here while this was all going down, or if there were other tracks of something that we do not recognize. Pretty much just doing the tracker thing while like taking that burden off of Dell's mind while Dell is doing the big math brain part.
Yeah, I'm looking for things like, are there magical runes on this entryway? Is there any residue of anything unusual that may have passed through here? So my head is kind of somewhere else, so that's definitely helping me see things that I might otherwise have missed, because it's not what I usually look for.
Yeah, if you want to make a separate survival check, Magenta, to Dell's investigation check, you're welcome. That might be a better way to do it. I know the new 2024 rules, you can't technically help on something that you're not proficient in, but you can certainly make a check yourself, yeah.
So none of the standing on each other's shoulders thing. That's just no.
Looking at it, you gather that in their tall forms, yeah, they could probably pop their head in, maybe.
Horik didn't hear anything Phineas said. He's got hold of Poundsy's horns. And while they're doing all of this important stuff, I'm just trying to see which of us can push the other back in the snow, like a competition of strength between me and Poundsy. I'm just playing with the ring.
And I got a natural 20 plus 9 for a 29.
Wow. And I got a 26 for survival. Amazing. Women in STEM.
What you do notice, you first, Magenta, is that there are what look to be long, wide kind of footprints with 3 kind of toes at the top and a spike at the back. They seem to be quite large, and they seem to move away from the door and around the side to where that crack was. You would also notice with the 26 that there seems to be scratches on the outside of the door. Little claw marks. Something about the size of a small, frustrated dog, an angry animal scratching. You with your nat 20, Dell, will discern that this is almost like an airlock to keep the snow out. It's impossible for something to almost force the door open or close, but you would know that most facilities like this would keep the door unlocked permanently. It's just a safety thing. You know, if people are stuck outside, they got to get in. As you look at the door, you would see signs of kind of frozen skin, like someone's opened it with their bare hands and kind of pulled their hands away, which doesn't make sense for an Arctic facility for people who should be suited up in
Does it look like
Totally.
someone did that from the outside, trying to get in? Okay.
Yeah, and as you confer with Magenta, you can see what look to be bare footprints. There looks to be 2 sets of bare footprints that seem to
Sorry,
both come
bear
out.
as in not wearing shoes, or bear as in the animal?
Roll a
You ain't gotta
D100.
call
Let's
me
find
out
out
like
whether
that.
these are.
Oh man! Oh, no.
Our first
Figure out what it
D100
is.
roll of the
Figure out whether these are bear people or
39.
39. Beautiful. Yes, they are bear humanoid footprints. We could have had a polar bear in this, but we don't have a polar bear in this, and that's your fault.
So they're just unshoed.
Yes.
They forgot to get to the boot store that you two had frequented.
They didn't
earlier.
go to the boot store that we went
They didn't
to.
go to your favorite joint podiatrist.
Well,
Dr.
I
Martin.
mean, now that we're a little closer up, they're actually not quite the same boots, but
Are you sure? I mean,
So yeah, you guys would see
We're not
human
soul
footprints.
sisters, Del.
Cheers to that one.
Yeah, this doesn't look good.
No, it's just
So if we're not getting a balance, did we need
Good
an aerial
balancing.
view? Would that help at all?
What?
I can throw you.
I'd like to just go in, but that's up to you.
Sure. I mean, my
You're
job
the guide. I don't. You know that
Door's
better than
door's
me.
over. My job. I was paid to get you here. I've done that. I really could turn and go back, but
Phineas, are we not technically touring the facilities as well?
that wasn't on my guidebook. But
Good guide
I'm pulling
never stops
the
until the tour
door.
is over.
Open, and I'm going in. I'm just going in this door.
Let's go.
Phineas, do good job. You got us here. Good job. Good
We
job.
did get here.
Yes, I'm a famed explorer. I'm just here to get you where you need to. Okay, you want to go?
Have
in?
you been here before, Phineas?
No, never.
I'm confident if you
Okay.
went back on your own, you would die, Phineas.
Your confidence warms my heart, and your goat warms my outside, and I give it a nice hug so I get some of the goat warm.
Good bouncy.
You grab the door, Del. As you open it,
An elephant?
echoes
What?
throughout the facility.
Sorry.
Roll a D100. No.
Elephant people.
This
leprechauns.
door is
Oh,
actually
yeah.
an elephant.
It opens. As it opens, cold, dark corridor. You can see as you look in, there is a pile of snow where that crevice, that crack in the wall is further down. The corridor seems to head down. There seems to be an open doorway to the right that before you even get to it, you can tell it probably goes into the glass dome. What looks to be a hall that leads to another room, and then finally a room at the end. You've got 3 doors, rooms, sections on the right-hand side there. And as you open the facility, it is quiet. You see on the floor what looks to be remnants of wet, bare footprints and a little bit of peeling of skin on ice-cold snow. You would see what appears to be scratch marks on the walls and a little bit on the ceiling.
Why is the ceiling?
Ceiling looks to be maybe 15 or so feet above your head.
Oh.
Jesus. Magenta pulls out her quarterstaff and follows after Del.
Phaedrak pulls out his lamp and lights it because he can't see in the dark.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna hang it on one of Poundsy's 4 horns.
Excellent.
How big is this hallway?
I was about to
15 feet.
say.
It is 15 feet to the top of the hallway. You will see.
Yeah.
Please note that in the guidebook, these are 15 foot with scratch marks. I think those are not original scratch marks, though. Those probably were more of a recent redecoration of this establishment. It's a fantastic looking outpost.
Right. Then I'm gonna get off Poundsy. We
Yeah,
are too tall.
It is tough enough for you two to fit in your big forms through the doorway here. You're gonna have to duck your head. Poundsy's like trying to get a couch into
Gotta find the
into
angle,
Rivet.
like move
Gotta
the
find the
horns this
angle
way.
for Poundsy. So if Horik and Friedrich want to give me intelligence saving throws to see if you can kind of Jenga.
This should go well.
Just roll some more nat 20s and 18s.
Any
You got it.
excuse.
You
How
got
about
it.
a 9?
You said intelligence save or just check?
Yeah, let's go intelligence save. No, it's just saving throw.
It's
20.
for old time's sake.
Horik, you are trying to figure out how on earth did you know both horns. You're kind of trying to pull it through. Friedrich, you know
Poundsy
Poundsy, you know
turn.
Poundsy.
And he just kind of tilts his head and goes in long ways, and then he's good.
Yeah,
You
tilts
got
his
to
head.
bring the
Poundsy.
legs in to the side and then bring the back legs in around.
Yeah,
and turn
yes.
it.
You're gonna
only
lift
5
it.
foot
You're
tall.
gonna lift him, pull him in, hook him around the corner, and then sit him back upright again.
He's just
know.
like
We've done this
9 foot
before.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
During the
Ah.
10 minutes that I'm sure that this took for the shoehorning, bullhorning, whatever we were trying to do to get into this establishment, I will have pulled out this paperback novel with just some. I'm going to try and keep the cover hidden because it's a little risque, and just be reading in this novel. But after 10 minutes, I will have detect magic.
Look, it's fine, Phineas. The spice keeps us all warm in this climate.
Smut.
How did you know it? I turned to the cover, and it's the warmth of spice. It's quite a good read, really, really. I'm only
Excellent.
mildly embarrassed about it.
So the second you guys get in the door, you hear from down the hallway, from in the dome there, from down the hallway, and you can see as Poundsy kind of returns that as this weird crisp rattling happens, you would see on your right, the second you step in, you would hear the thudding of footsteps and the fluttering of wings. Like something is stepping and leaping and stepping and leaping. You see an odd creature, almost insectoid. You see these mandibles that come into pincers, these beautiful black eyes that seem to contain multitudes of universes in them. This cool iridescent carapace, these wings that plop out, and these enormous three-pronged feet that they are kind of trotting on and then leaping and flying and then trotting on and leaping and flying. As they leap towards you, you see down the end of the hallway, one pops its head around the corner and starts to run at you, and we are indeed rolling initiative.
Oh no!
I would like to cast my 5th level spell, Nope. I'm just like to cast Nope right now.
Yes,
Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
Jordan Peele's note.
I would like to cast Oh Hell No, and
It's a class feature. It's
Oh, excellent.
Initiative.
Beautiful. I will go around the board and get your initiatives real quick, please. Let's start off with Magenta. What'd you get there?
I got a hot. What was that? It was not a 4. A 6.
Hell no.
It's 6. It's 6.
6 for Magenta. Friedrich, what'd you get?
Friedrich and Poundsy have a 4.
4?
Mm.
Okie
Yeah.
doke.
We're dinner tonight, boys.
Excellent, beautiful. Who's next there? Chuckles. Phineas.
9.
9. Oh boy. All right, we'll go down to Horik.
5.
what the fuck?
Good
I
job,
hate-
us.
Thank you for joining us here.
Oh, would you like to know what I
Okay.
got? Oh, there's
No.
still me. I got a
I'm just gonna do a
21.
There
I
we
got
go.
a
Thank you.
21. I hate
Thank
my
you,
life.
Nelson.
I don't like going first.
You can charge forward. That seems like a good idea. We'll be right
Yeah.
behind you.
So-
Yeah, you big guys stay back there. I got it.
The layout to the right of you, 30 feet, one of these blue, black, iridescent insectoid creatures that stand at around 7 foot tall. Down the end of the hallway, looks to be about 80 feet, another one of these creatures. And you can just hear in that middle room where you haven't seen or heard anything, you just hear another from in there. Sounds a little bit different to the rest. And
that's
what would
good.
you like to do?
Okay, so I'm going to let me know if this makes sense in the space we're in. I want to try to move in such a way that that further away one is within 60 feet of me without getting super close to the other one that's closer. Like I'm kind of just trying to skirt into this space so that I'm a little bit between these two things, but not too close to either of them.
Yeah, absolutely. Like the one to your right is still 30 feet away at the mouth of the what
Okay.
looks to be, as you run in, a snow long since kind of dried to a crisp in the cold, and kind of broken up there. As you look down, you can move 20 feet to get within 80 feet,
Okay.
to get within 60 feet of that creature at the end. Absolutely.
Great. So I am going to. Oh, fucking hell. Sorry, I'm trying to like spatially put this together. It doesn't matter. I'm creeping into this room, trying to stay close to a wall, and I just say, reveal yourselves, and I cast fairy fire. And I'm trying, if I can get them both in there, I will. I at least want to get the further away one.
Yeah, the further away one is 60 feet away from you. The other one is 30 feet to your right.
It's a 60-foot range, and then it's like
But
a
the cube
20.
itself.
It's a 20-foot cube. Yes. So if I
the one
can't
that-
get them both, I'm getting the one that's further away.
Beautiful.
From
Excellent.
there, like into the rest of the space.
What did you say,
And so so I just say, reveal yourselves in a panicked voice, and this sort of greenish light starts to shimmer up over some of the, almost like an aurora kind of an effect, shimmering around the edges of some of the things in this object and sort of lighting up that further insectoid creature.
Excellent, excellent.
Hopefully
As
making
the
it a little
fairy fire,
easier for everyone else to get in here.
as the fairy fire cascades down with a 17 on the dice, this creature seems to shiver and shimmy. What is your saving throw?
Oh, it is DC 15.
15. Okay. Unfortunately, as it shimmies its wings, those beetle-like wings, it lifts off the ground, and the fairy fire kind of dissipates around it. As that happens, you can hear in the room, the middle room, as the fairy fire kind of drips past the front of that doorway, somewhere tucked off to the right, you just hear, oh, pretty. And that's where we're going to go to break.
I just go, help, 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 help.
I'm gonna cast my level 5 spell Nope now too.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will be back in just a few, folks.
All right.
Beautiful, beautiful. We are back. Thank you for joining us once more for charity, as we always do, for Palestine Children's Relief Fund. I believe I said that right. I might have said that wrong.
You did.
Yay! I'm getting better at these things. When your brain is just, let's just play D&D, and you're like, no, we're playing D&D for a cause now. You're like, okay. And
So
you
this
guys
is
are
not
Serious
having any
business.
intelligence save.
This is me on my best behavior. So as we come back to this moment with Dell trying to fairy fire the creature down the back, the creature down the back makes that noise, as does the one 30 feet to the right of essentially the small group of you. And after your turn, Dell, unless there's anything else you want to do, they are going to pounce.
Help!
Beautiful.
You got it.
The one down the end pounces and leaps, almost flying as it jumps. It moves forward 40 feet, so it's now 20 feet away from you, Dell. And as it moves 40 feet to you, you watch as it turns its head up, and as that mandible opens, you can see the eyes glow, and as it looks back down, there is somewhat of almost a cloud of stars that seem to drift towards you. And I need you, Dell, to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Pretty.
Don't go toward the light.
How far away are you from us, Del?
Dell has stepped forward 20 feet from you guys.
That's a 4.
No, Del. Let's not pretend
Beautiful.
that these mandible things are the shooting stars.
All right, y'all. If you bet on Del dying first, you win.
Yeah.
Get your money.
You made
As-
a good bet, frankly.
As that drifts through and kind of hits you, this creature kind of looks at you, kind of jankily, and you feel this sudden urge, this draw deep out further into the ice. You get a flash of a deep crevice in the ice, black with white dotted stars, like a star field lying just beneath the ice. And you come back to this moment here, and you need to go to that place. You need to remove all your belongings, and you need to go to that place and surrender yourself to the void. And you all hear a voice from around that corner going, yes, another one. That is that creature's turn. The one to the right is going to leap forward 30 feet, well, technically 40 feet, but 30 feet, 40 feet towards you guys. As they land in front of you, they're kind of splitting between you and Dell. Dell having stepped forward, this massive ice bug dream space creature. It is immediately going to tilt its head, and as it tilts its head, it kind of gestures with its naughty little claws. And as it does, you feel the ice and snow behind you start to build and almost push you forward towards Dell there. I need the 1, 2, 3, 4 of you and Poundsy to make a, what are we looking for here? We're looking for a dexterity saving throw, please, as the ice kind of bends the door and comes into the facility. Dexterity
Everyone's
saving
making a
throws.
deck save.
Yes, please.
Boo.
What do we get from that, Ola?
Fine.
+2.
I was kind
Two.
of hoping the same thing. 2. That gives me a 14 for my deck save.
What did I get? Way too quickly.
One more.
11. A hot 11.
Come on, guys.
We're
15.
t-
15.
Good job, us.
Coming in at that massive 15. Thank you, Aura.
Yeah, Poundsy and Phaedric got a 3 and 5.
Wait, what?
Okay. Did anyone get over a 15?
Nope.
Okay, beautiful. So here's what happens. The ice wall shunts you forward so that you're kind of clumped up right next to Dell. It's you guys, it's Dell, it's this creature all in one big clump standing there. You can see as Dell kind of looks around, her eyes are almost like black with starfield behind them. Those of you that failed your saving throw, which is all of you except Dell, who didn't need to make it, are going to take 10... 22 points of cold damage. That was a very tasty roll.
I'm resistant to cold damage.
Beautiful. So 11. Those of you that are absorbing elements, those of you that are resistant take 11. And as that creature and the other creature kind of bring you in together, that is going to be its turn. That is going to bring us down to Phineas. What would you like to do? Now clumped together with one of these creatures. As it looks down at you.
You see Poundsy dissipate.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, so much for that off-screen plan.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't
So,
quite pan out as expected.
Well, we
it's
fight
all
for
on-
Poundsy.
So it's all on Phineas. Is that what you're saying?
Not Poundsy.
Well,
Phineas, what would you like to do?
this is not part of the tour, just so you all know. Do not be waiting for the show to end or anything. And you, that doesn't look right. Your eyes don't belong like that. That's I don't feel safe near you. So I'm going to look at her and I'm going to mind over magic. This is not real. It's all an illusion. And I'm going to cast a spell magic.
Excellent. So you cast a spell magic. Your vision clears, and right before your vision clears, you just see deep in that crevice, that icy crevice in that star field, just what looked to be two eyes in the darkness that open. And then Phineas brings you back. You are no longer.
I'm
going to
I'm just starting to unfasten my cloak to take it off when my eyes snap back and I'm like, oh shit.
I'm going to try and turn her around, indicate towards the bugs or whatever they are, and I'm going to stand behind her.
Excellent.
Gallant.
No problem there at all. That is going to bring us down to Magenta with Horik on deck.
Yeah, I don't like what's going on here at all. So I'm going to bonus action cast Shillelagh on my staff, on my quarterstaff, and then I'm going to. Is this thing close enough to where we're bundled up that I could whack it with my quarterstaff, or do I need to break out of the ice?
Yeah, you could just kind of step to the side. It's definitely within all of your melee. Essentially, you're all bundled up at this one end of the corridor, and it is looming over the top of you.
Okay, great. So yeah, bonus action that, and then a swing with the quarterstaff.
Excellent.
For a 23.
23 will absolutely hit as you make contact with the carapace there.
Excellent. For 5 points
5
of
damage.
magical wood damage.
Beautiful.
And then I would like. Can I get out of this ice block? Does it require extra movement or?
No, you've just been shunted by it, essentially, pushed forward by it as it moves
okay.
through.
We're not being restrained or grappled by snow. Okay.
No, not at all. No.
Okay, great. In that case, I'm going to spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
Excellent. Yeah.
So, one kick, one elbow and a kick to the one in front of me that I've already hit.
Beautiful. Go for it. Go ahead and give me your attack rolls there.
16 to hit.
16 will just hit.
Excellent. For max 9 points of magical punch damage.
Nice.
Also, whenever I hit with one of my Flurry of Blow attacks, I can impose one of the following effects. Either it falls prone and has to make a dex save, get pushed away, or can't take reactions until my turn. And I think I want this one to actually fall prone, so it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 15.
Excellent. Dirty 20.
All right, so he doesn't fall prone, but I get one more the kick for the Flurry of Blows.
It kind of lifts its wings there, takes off the ground as you try to hit it.
I don't think the 15 hits.
15 does not quite hit. No, unfortunately not. Yeah.
But yeah, you all watch as Magenta comes forward, pulls up off her staff. You watch as vines begin to grow around it, gnarled vines, and she says, The cold doesn't bother me anyway. And just starts whacking this thing. Just starts going apeshit on it.
We were not
It-
going to get out of this game without someone saying it. Like,
The-
yeah.
without someone quoting the immortal Adele Dazeem. So as you hit them, smack,
Yeah.
you hear as they react, you can almost hear down the corridor like a humanoid voice going, ow, ow, like they're in pain as well. That is going to bring us down to Horik, unless there's any movement you want to take, Magenta.
No, she's gonna put herself in front of herself in front of Dell, who is putting herself in front of Phineas, very gallivant, very demure.
Excellent.
we're all
Horik,
just in a row now.
Yeah.
with your perfect setup for a lightning bolt. Horik, with your sparring partner gone, what would you like to do?
Oh, that's unfortunate. As the ice pushes me forward, I'm just gonna go, ow, oh hi, Dell, and in a very different, very less graceful.
Very sorry, GM. You can actually take those 9 points that I did from my punch. Flurry of Blows is a bonus action, and I already used that to cast Shillelagh. I know how my character sheet works.
Yeah.
Very sorry, everybody.
That's all right. No stress at all. Thanks for checking out. Looking out for it. Horik.
Yeah, so with all the grace that Magenta had, Phineas is protected now by the massive girth of Horik. And I am just going to swing this flabby, kind of swinging, hairy, meaty arm just right down on top of this thing.
Excellent. What did my mom or my dad call it? I know in some places it's called tuck shop lady arms, which is kind of mean, but my parents would call that underside fadubbadas, because when you hit them, they go fadubba.
Yeah, for sure.
It was very sweet.
Would this be magical for double damage?
I don't think so, no. I think
Okay,
it's
beautiful.
just
Doo-ba-doo,
blubber
doo-doo.
damage.
Excellent.
Ba-da-ba-da.
Does 19.
A 19 does hit, yeah.
So that'll be 7 bludgeoning damage. And
Nice.
It will fall prone.
Sick.
Excellent. No save there.
Nope, no save.
Nice. Let's make sure it can fall prone. It can fall prone. Beautiful.
And then I guess monks still have extra attack, right? Do we all still have extra attack in the new world?
I do.
Yeah, you should have 2 attacks. And then you have your bonus action on top of that. Yeah.
Cool. So my next attack will be at advantage. I'm now just going to stomp my big boot on this bug and try to squish it.
Yeah, go for it. As you bring
17.
your foot down.
Oh,
17 will hit. Yeah. As you bring your foot down.
for 6 more bludgeoning damage.
6 more damage.
And
Nice.
then I'm just gonna try to, I guess I'm just gonna like shake back and forth and rock some of this ice off of me. And I am gonna use my wholeness of body to
Nice.
show off my whole body.
Excellent. Anything
So
else you want to do?
I'll heal for 6. And then that'll be it.
Nice. Heal for 6. This bug's still prone on the ground. Friedrich, what would you like to do?
Seeing this crowded hallway, all my people in front of me, Poundsy, dissipate, make me sad. So to remedy that, I am going to once again pop my Cloud's Jaunt, and I'm going to also dissipate, appearing 30 feet forward behind this creature now on the ground, and I am just going to pull my flail out, swing it 1, 2, and boom, down on top of him.
Excellent.
Smash.
Go ahead with advantage.
God. 18 for the first attack.
Yeah, 18 hits.
You have advantage.
And
Is it
that's-
still prone?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I think he rolled twice. Yeah.
So it's gonna be 9 points of bludgeoning damage. It'll also be sapped as per my weapon mastery, so it'll do disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Very nice.
And then because it worked the first time, I'm just gonna whoop, whoop, boom and do it again.
Excellent. Give me another attack with
feeling.
advantage. And 5, 6, 7, 8.
So that is a 16 this time.
16 does just hit. Yeah.
Love that for me. So 7 points of bludgeoning damage as I smash this thing twice with my big old flail.
Excellent.
Vengeance per pound.
And on that second attack, I'm going to use my Shield Master feat to also try and push it 5 feet along the ice away
Across
from
the ground,
anyone else.
Like
So it'll be a strength save, DC 14.
Excellent. That is a 14 on the dice. I am rolling not too shabby. 14. Yeah, that's going to be it.
Good. Stay here.
As you
that one ice game thing that where you push the thing, you have to use the brooms to
It's
sweep
hockey.
it. No,
Curling.
brooms.
Curling.
Curling. Thank you. I'm just imagining curling.
As you attempt to curl this thing, as you strike down on it, you might be too enraged, possibly, but you guys do hear winces and gasping from that room in the middle there. That is going to bring us back around top to Del.
If I try to run to that room that those noises are coming from, do I have to cross within melee range of any creatures?
Yeah, there's that one that's 20 feet away from you that did the eyeball thing.
Okay,
you're
cool.
You're running away from the prone one, but it's prone and it's surrounded by people. You gather it won't attack you, but there is that one 20 feet in front of you, and then the hall, the doorway to the right there.
So first thing I'm gonna do is just say "fuck off," and I'm gonna clap my hands together and throw a firebolt at that one. And that's not gonna go well. It's a 12 to hit.
Excellent. As you hit it, it seems to almost breathe ice and dissipates your firebolt there. It does not hit.
Oh, Jesus. I'm a dumbass. I'm gonna run for it anyway.
Excellent.
I'm just running.
I'm a dumbass as you take off.
I think I do. I say it quietly to myself, but we're all kind of packed in right now, so you definitely hear me say it. So, dumbass, and I just run.
And
I need to know what that voice is, and I just run full speed.
And then you uncover a Phineas that's in the exact shape.
As you run, Del, you run past this creature. Go ahead and make a dexterity or a strength saving throw as it tries to grab you on the way past.
Okay. Let's see.
Is that the creature that's on the ground next to us?
It is not, no.
Oh, okay.
That is a 13.
Okay, you managed to get past it. As I shake my entire desk, you manage to run past it, and it reaches out with the naughty little claws, and kind of grabs a hold of your shoulder. As it grabs a hold of your shoulder, you make your way around the corner just because it's kind of there at the doorway. And as you glance around the corner, what you would see is what once would have been some sort of mess area, living hall of sorts. You can see that it is filled with trash and litter. A table in the center with chairs, and on those chairs, what looks to be empty clothing just strewn over it. Empty shoes, empty socks, empty chairs and empty tables. You see Eddie Redmayne there. He does the little hat thing from, Eddie Redmayne in musicals. Fantastic. You see, sitting at the head of this table, surrounded by the remnants of trash and litter, old ration packs torn apart and strewn about, what looks to be a wildly bearded, wildly haired man, long nails, looks like he's been here for a little while. You can see that he has these wild kind of bushy eyebrows. He's wearing what looks to be some sort of like scientist's jacket that is filthy. He seems to be kind of looking at each of these chairs with people's clothes kind of strewn all over them. And the one thing that catches you is that he has these jet black star-filled eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you see as he looks up.
Shit. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, beautiful. That is going to bring us down to the creatures. The creature that has you, Del, is going to hold
Do
on to
something
you.
bad.
Going to hold on to you, and he is going to do the ice pull there, and the rest of you gathered around the felled one. You feel the ice move forward again, and I need another dexterity saving throw from everyone. Except for you, Del. You're already there.
Ah, 22. Won't get me again. I've learned
Excellent,
my
yep.
lesson.
Look at here, plus two.
Yeah, but if we do get the +2, 16.
You do
Okay.
get plus 10 feet of me.
Beautiful. So that's
So-
everyone. Yeah.
I got a 6.
Okay.
I've got a 22 as well this time.
Beautiful. Excellent. Oh boy. So those of you that succeeded are going to take 12 points of cold damage, and you are not pushed 20 feet forward. Those of you that failed are going to take 24 points of cold damage as you are dragged right up next to Dell and this other creature. The creature on the ground, wow, I'm really Australian, is dragged across and takes a little bit of damage as well. Those of you that are back 20 feet from here can see as Friedrich, I believe you failed, yeah?
Sure did.
Beautiful. As Friedrich, you take, and if you're resistance, obviously half what I told you. But as you're dragged forward with the ice creature, you land at the feet of this one. The ice creature on the ground is going to, and the one up top goes. As they do that, you watch as the one on the ground kind of gets up, and as he gets up, he is going to stare down at you, Friedrich. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as those beautiful black star-filled eyes gaze into your soul.
As a tourney, it's dirty.
Beautiful.
No.
As it stares down at you, you feel a flash of this crevice in the ice, something that you would know is not natural here. And you keep your senses. You are not charmed. You do not wish to visit the crevice. And that is these two creatures' turns. That is going to bring us down to Phineas.
Oh, fuck. All right. I've got nothing. This is all I can think of. I really wasn't here for this. This is not my job. I was just supposed to. Okay, fine. I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to mimic the voice of that old man who, or whatever he was, whatever, that seems to be bonded with these creatures, and say, "They're too strong! Retreat! Retreat! Hide, my friends!"
Excellent.
Using the Minor Illusion to throw the voice to make it come from his area, and my ability to mimicry to try and fool them into thinking it's him.
Sure. Beautiful. Excellent. Is there anything else you want to do?
Pee myself.
Beautiful.
Free
A
action.
little bit of pee there. I'm going to get you to make
Yellow show that's in the guidebook.
I'm going to get you to make a persuasion check with the actor feat sort of thing there. If you have that, I believe.
16. Yes, it do have the actor feat. So.
16. They do kind of.
There's a. They have to make a check to tell whether it's real or not, but that's. Whatever.
Yeah. If we're coming from you, yeah, absolutely. They kind of tilt their heads a little bit. Not sure if it worked or not. We'll find out. That is going to bring us down to Magenta.
I don't like that Dell ran away whispering that she's a dumbass. I
Can't imagine why you wouldn't like that.
it's weirdly it
Bodes
sits weird
well.
in my heart. How can I make a perception check to see how my companions who have been pushed by the ice, how they are feeling and how they are doing in this moment?
Let's go around the board. Everyone tell me how you're looking, how you're feeling, how rough you look right now.
What are the vibes? Vibes
the
very
vibes?
bloody.
Feedrak doesn't look too bad because he's trying to hide it through his sheer willpower, but he is hurt.
I mean, I look like I've taken a scratch or two and all of that, but mostly just peed myself.
All right.
Yeah, Horik is not trying to hide nothing. He didn't get pushed by the last dice, but he is screaming out after it. Oh, that hurt.
And Delphine?
Entirely unharmed.
Excellent.
Good.
Amazing.
The
Great.
Goliaths are doing
Other
their
than
job.
currently being gripped by a weird insectoid creature. Unless you count that.
Fine. Totally fine.
She has chosen the way of dumbass. I will get to her. And bonus action will turn, not moving, but turning to Friedrich and is saying, "You must stand up and fight these terrible, awful creatures with their dirty, nasty fingers." Casting Healing Word.
Excellent.
It's
Go ahead
not
and
much,
roll
but
your-
it's all. Oh, Max, great! 8 points of healing.
Nice.
It's something.
Thank you, Magenta.
You're so welcome. And then baseball bat swing on the, I guess the one that got knocked down by Friedrich. That's over him right now.
Yeah.
So one swing.
Beautiful.
No, you were on the nat 20. How could you? Betrayal. That was a 15.
15 does not hit, unfortunately.
Yep, unfortunate.
This is that JoJo meme where we're all stomping on this guy.
Yeah, just punches and stomps, and then here's Magenta, sip of tea, put that down, goes into also stomp. Anyway, that's my turn.
Beautiful. Excellent. That is going to bring us down to Horik, looking pretty badly hurt.
No, I have whole body. I am good. And I will whole body again. That's my move. Jeez, I keep rolling so bad. I get 6 hit points back from that. Man, this thing that we all pounded on is still alive?
It is alive. It seems to have a pretty cracked carapace there, but it doesn't seem to be registering any pain or any damage except for when it takes hits. It is a creature that you probably haven't seen before. If you want to make a free either nature or medicine check to see if you can tell how close it is, you're welcome to.
No, I'm not going to do all that. I'm not proficient in doing any of that stuff. But if it has a crack, if it bleeds, we can kill it. I will... I guess I'm just gonna I'm getting kind of pissed now, so I'm just gonna reach over and grab my shovel and bring it down right on top of the thing's head.
Nice.
Kill it.
And that's a 25.
Amazing.
Absolutely hits.
Yeah.
That's the first
Time
attack.
to get buried.
That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. That will bring it into bloodied territory here, which is a quarter health. In the new rules, bloodied is half. That doesn't make sense to me. Bloodied is a quarter health, within a quarter of its health. Doesn't mean it has a quarter left. It means it's within there somewhere.
Oh my god, this is so bad.
lot of-
Well, I have no
have a
choice now.
second
I have
attack?
nothing else I can do.
I'll kill it.
With my second attack, I'm going to reach down and I'm going to reach for a little something extra. Put a little stank on the shovel.
Is it naughty hands?
And I will go for a stunning strike with this attack.
Excellent. So go ahead and give me an attack roll there.
I rolled damage first because I'm done. Oh, that's a crit. 26
Yes!
to hit.
26 will absolutely hit. Go ahead and give me double the damage dice there.
Ooh, the damage isn't great. It's only 9.
It's the same number you
Ooh.
rolled
Yeah,
for the
same thing I
regular.
rolled on the first one. Always
Very
super fun
nice.
to see.
D&D
Right?
Beyond White.
Very nice. Not looking great, this creature, but it will make a con save.
Saving throw.
Excellent.
Check. It doesn't get a plus.
That- That's a natural 20.
Boo!
But its speed is halved, and the next attack roll has advantage.
Ah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Phew.
Yeah. New stunning strike's pretty good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And
Anything
that'll
else you
be
want to
it
do,
for me.
Har?
I guess
Beautiful.
with the new stunning strike, you can only use it once a round, though. You can't try.
That
to
is
stun
correct,
over and
yeah.
over again.
Yeah.
Shame.
Beautiful. That is going to bring us down to Friedrich. What would you like to
You know what
do?
else is really good in the new rules?
What?
As he sees all this, you just kind of see Friedrich pull his flail up, and he grips it by the large, like mangled end of it. And he kind of just starts muttering some weird incantation as he casts Divine Favor. And it starts to glow a sickly-looking green color. And he's like, "Round 2, boom!" So that's just gonna be 2 more of these guys.
Yeah, go for it. Give me 2 more.
So
of
it'll
those.
be a 20 at least. It's a 20 to hit.
Beautiful.
And that's gonna be my D8 and now a D4 plus my 3 will be 10 points of damage, and 3 of that is radiant damage.
Tell me how you handle this creature with that blast there.
I mean, so I haven't really described it yet, but if you can imagine, Friedrich's flail is kind of just a long chain with a big, gnarly-looking hunk of metal that he just found and attached a chain to. So, winding it up all pinwheel style, just boosh, and you see it smash, crack into the ice, and just green viscera just splash everywhere.
Excellent. There's a
Thank
green
you.
viscera.
It was pregnant.
Right. He turns and looks at the other one. Your turn! And he rushes over and smashes into him with his extra attack.
Excellent. Go for it.
That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Oh, that's a D100.
I shrink out of the way so I don't get hit by accident.
Holds you up.
That'll be 10 to hit. 2 of it is radiant.
10 damage. Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent.
And then I will once again try and shield bash this one. Instead of pushing it, I'm going to try and knock it prone. So strength 14 to save.
Beautiful. Strength 14. Yeah, no, that's going to be a fail there.
And you just see him just sweep his shield at his legs underneath, knocking it prone.
It pulls Dell down with it as it hits the ground there. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nothing else you want to do, Friedrich?
I'm just going to look down at Dell and say, get up.
You glance past Friedrich there, Dell. A couple of people haven't bothered to look into the room to the side, but you're keeping an eye on it, and you just see the chair pushes out, and this bearded scientist kind of stands up. He's almost got the posture of, his feet would enter a doorway first, then his belly, then his chin, then his head. He's kind of perpetually sloping back as he kind of almost Professor Farnsworth his way as he walks there. As he kind of gets up, you watch as he just kind of walks around the table, those dark eyes watching, and you hear him call out. He says, No, please. They mean no harm. They just wanted to bring you to me. Hello. I believe you've come to save me. Is that right? And this near unrecognizable kind of matted hair individual with red raw hands and bare feet on the ice cold slate here comes stepping in, and he holds up his hands and he goes, Please, they mean you no harm. They just wanted to bring you here. And that's going to bring us back around top to Dell.
I look at him very suspiciously and just, without even getting up off the ground, just raise one hand, say, "Stop this," and I cast Dispel Magic. It worked on me, so maybe it'll work on him.
Beautiful. Yes. Excellent. You cast a spell magic. As you do, his eyes remove the cloudiness, and he blinks for a second and kind of looks up with these startlingly blue, red, raw eyes. Blue irises, the whites of his eyes red. And he looks up, and all of a sudden he starts to shiver. And kind of collapses to his knees there. As that happens, the creature holding you, Dell, lets out a deafening scream and starts to get really agitated.
Is it still gripping me?
It is, yes. You're still technically grappled.
Is this guy that I just cast Dispel Magic on, is he within reach of me now, or no?
No.
I have to get away from this creature. Okay.
You would have to get away, yeah. He's a good 10 or 15 feet away from you in that doorway, in that room.
All right. Well, I used my action to cast that, so I guess I'm sticking with this, my new friend here.
Beautiful.
Can I get up while he's prone, though? Can I still get up?
You have no movement. You do have movement.
Friedrich said so.
No, yeah. No, you have no movement while you're grappled.
Yeah,
so
you're
you
right.
don't have
You're right.
to stand
nope,
up.
I'm
Yeah.
on the ground.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice. This thing is going to go berserk. You realize at this point they hadn't attacked you yet, hadn't made a physical attack, and you guys watch as this prone creature is going to stand up, and it is going to savage Dell. You watch as with its claw and its mouth, it starts to just.
So I am going to use my protection fighting style to impose disadvantage on every attack roll.
Every attack roll, or one of them?
All of them until the start of my next turn or something. Like any attack roll against Dell is at disadvantage.
Beautiful. The first one is a excellent. That's terrible. Okay, so the first one is a 24 all up at disadvantage. God.
I think a 24 hits.
Unfortunately, the second one is dirty 20 to hit at disadvantage. 13 and a 19 on the dice. Good. Last one. That's a bit better. There we go. At disadvantage, that is a 12.
That misses.
Beautiful. Excellent. So it's going to be one bite and one claw. The bite that's too good. The bite is going to be 11 points of piercing damage plus 5 points of cold damage.
Okay.
How bad can it be?
But the claws here are going to be they're going to be nasty. 10 points of slashing damage. And okay, that's good. That's a terrible roll. 7 points of cold damage as it starts to claw and attack you. It is then going to let go of you, and you watch as it flutters 20 feet away. Friedrich, was it your reaction to do that?
Yeah, it was my reaction to do that, so I cannot attack it.
Okay, beautiful. It flutters away 20 feet. It's still within 20 because it used half its movement to stand up, and it is heading towards that crack in the wall there. That is going to bring us down to Phineas.
Is the creature still grappling Dell? Did it move with Dell, or has it let go of Dell?
Let go of Dell and Scarpered.
Yeah, I'm just going to look at it and go, Fladabada! And then I'm going to pull out a mug that has the word Ember written on the side of it, and I'm going to cast Mage Hand and take this mug of hot beverage over to the old man who is sitting there shivering.
It kind of hits him in the side of the head. Then he kind of just puts his mouth over it so that the mage hand can kind of tip it in for him. Excellent.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Beautiful. That's going to bring us down to Magenta.
Magenta doesn't like that this thing ran off after mauling her friend, and she's like, I can
Kill
do that
it.
too. And bonus action, she's going to shift into a dire wolf.
Nice.
And real quick, checking for my magical item, I do have the Braces of Defense. Does that magical item AC transfer over to my wild shape?
Technically, no. You take on
Okay.
just the whole shape of the creature. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Cool. So dire wolf, I have 50 feet of movement, and I take off, and I would like to bite this
Yeah,
thing.
you leap at it before it can get to the crack in the hole and the wall there, and go for it.
All right, so this is with a +5. A 16.
16 is exactly what you need to hit.
Excellent. So it's going to take 2d6 plus 3.
Excellent.
8 plus 3 is 11 points of
11,
damage.
nice.
And then it has to make a strength saving throw, DC 13, to
It
not be
failed,
knocked prone.
and it hits the ground.
Oh,
So
I'm
Magenta's
coming.
on top of it. And Magenta, again, the wolf form, by the way, is almost she looks like more like a stone wolf. Like the mane is very craggly and kind of moving against itself, but you still see the bits of amethyst gems kind of all around. And as it barks, there's just more of like a warbled grinding sound.
Nice.
Rad.
Very nice. Anything else you want to do?
That's my turn.
Beautiful. That's going to bring us down to you, Horik.
Horik, kill it.
The big guy, he moves pretty quick. I am gonna roll right up to this guy, and it's on the ground now.
It is prone, yeah.
As I run past, I'm gonna look to my Goliath friend here. Don't you goo me. And then I'm gonna keep running forward, and I'm gonna load the elbow, and drop it down on the guy.
Excellent. With advantage.
Indeed. So I'll throw the stunning strike first, I think, on this attack.
Yeah?
Whatever that means.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent.
Ooh, glad I had advantage because that wouldn't hit. Oh, no, that was 2 4s. That's a 10.
10 to hit
Yeah.
at advantage.
Yeah.
10 does not hit with advantage.
Shouldn't have loaded the elbow.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
what a
miss. You hit the floor. You hit the floor, and you have to kind of get back up again.
Well, in that case, I'm just going to reach over and smash it with my head while I'm down there with it.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead.
18.
18 will hit.
That'll be 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Nice. 5 points of bludgeoning damage. Stunning strike on that. A 18 for the
I
save there.
can't stunning strike. I used it on the first attack, right?
Well, the first attack you hit with on your turn. You don't have to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You don't have to stunning strike until you make contact, but yeah. Beautiful. Anything else you want to do?
Yeah, I'm just. Oh, this guy's real bad. I don't want to get hit. I'm still whole of body. I am rotund and round. I'll use
A
my
perfect
bonus
sphere.
action to heal again, and I'll get 11 back this time. So
I
Beautiful.
hear there's a good light show with that
definitely
sphere.
better.
Excellent. That is going to bring us down to Friedrich.
So Friedrich is going to kind of kneel down to Dell and say, "I told you to get up." And he puts a hand on her, and I'm gonna heal you for 15 with my lay on hands as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to stand back up, look over at the thing, and say, "All right!" And I'm just gonna run over and
Don't you
smash
goo
it
me.
twice with my flail. Ah! Don't. And swing.
Excellent. With advantage, it's prone.
A
Yeah.
wordsmith.
I'll take 23 instead.
Yeah, go for it.
Max damage plus a 1. So 12 points of damage. One's a radiant. Second attack is gonna definitely hit with a 24.
Beautiful.
So we're doing it again. 7 points. Oh, no, 10 plus another
10.
1 point of, so 11. 1 point more radiant damage.
Yeah, the creature's not looking great at this point.
How do you like it? Right.
All right.
Okay.
Hold
No
on.
more goo goo eyes for you, Spider-Man.
The very obvious beetle, not a spider, kind of chitters at you in response. The
That's what he
old
chitters.
man.
I'm a beetle, not a spider.
I'm a beater, not a spider. The old man kind of sips the cocoa, the hot drink there. As he does, he looks up and says, "Please, make it end. Please, don't let them come back for me." Which is going to bring us back around top to Dell with this creature looking, bruised, pretty much bloodied at this point. Pretty bloodied at this point. On the ground. What would you like to do?
Oh, I am going to pull from my belt a dagger, and I'm gonna draw in the sort of whatever. Is there snow on the ground? It doesn't matter.
There's remnants of snow and kind of yeah.
And I just kind of, with the dagger, draw quickly, really roughly, a kind of a rune, and it flashes for a quick second, and then I spin around and stab the creature with it as I cast True Strike. The new version of True Strike, which is different.
The useful.
Yeah! True Strike that actually fucking does something. So I get to use my spellcasting ability for this attack.
Yeah.
But
immediately great.
So, oh no, unless you roll a natural 1, in which case it's not.
A natural 1
because it's prone, right?
It's prone.
It is prone.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
I did that too.
Can you roll 2 natural ones?
Yes.
No.
I rolled 2 4s. It can be
I
done.
can roll a 2, my friend.
That
What
math
We're
does,
for a total of 9.
1 plus 1.
Unfortunately,
Oh well.
True Strike, does not live up to its name, and you hit
No,
the
it
stone
doesn't.
there.
Shit. And then I stand up. As instructed.
This thing. Anything else you want to do?
I'm gonna just put a hand on Fidrek and say, thank you so much. Please deal with this. I'm bad at this. I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration.
Can do.
Excellent.
And I'm
This
gonna
thing,
slightly shrink behind him.
I make a
Beautiful.
Fidrek shape right behind.
Excellent.
It's pretty big.
This thing stands, and as it stands, it looks very, very badly hurt. It is going to lash out at 3 of you. Horik, the first one at you. That is a big old 26 to hit you.
Yes.
Okay. You are going to take
Nothing.
11 points of piercing
Something.
and 5 points of cold damage.
Okay, I am gonna use my deflect attack
Mhm.
to negate some of the damage.
Go for it. It
Negate
swings around.
16 of it. How much did you say it was?
That'd be all of it, won't it? Just about.
I don't remember what you said. You said 11 on the first one, right?
Great.
And then something. I don't remember what you said.
He was
the
11
11 and
and
5, I think it was. Yeah, so 16. Yeah.
Cool. And then I'm going to spend a focus to belly flop him.
Yeah, go for it. Give me a
Give
belly
him
flop
the
there.
old gut as he came around
Yeah.
to hit me.
Absolutely.
I think it's a dex saving throw for him.
19.
It's good enough. So I don't.
I
think take any
cannot-
damage.
Yeah. As you try to belly flop him, he is going to swipe. He's kind of swiping once at you. You belly flopping. He flips around. He's going to swipe at Magenta in wolf form. That is going to be a 16 to hit you.
That'll hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Wolf form takes 12 points of piercing damage and 5 points of cold. 12 and 5.
The answer can be absolutely no. My resistance comes from my boots, and in wild shape that also doesn't apply. So I take all cold damage. I don't have
Technically, yeah. Someone
Okay.
can correct me, but it does make sense to me that yeah.
The wild shapes are just soaking damage at this point. It's fine.
Exactly.
Go
The
Cheyenne,
last swipe is coming towards. So here's what I'm going to do before we cut to break. This last kind of roll is coming towards Dell, but Feedrak is in the way. So as it swipes out to Dell, Feedrak, are you going to dive in the way of this?
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful. Excellent.
Dell is squishy. Small.
Yeah. That is going to be a 15 to hit you.
Me? No.
Yeah.
Not even close.
As it swipes, it then turns and runs for that gap in the wall, which means Magenta, Feedrak, and Horik all get attacks of opportunity.
I do not. I used my reaction to avoid damage.
To belly flop. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Beautiful. Magenta, Feedrak, would you like to make attacks?
Cool. Plus
reaction to become the target. So
Beautiful. So Magenta, it's all on you here.
I got it.
you got it.
That is a +5, so a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits. Right now, I need you to do 11 points of damage to put this thing down.
2d6 +3.
We all need you to.
I mean, I'm fine.
For now.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I have pack tactics as a dire wolf. Do I get advantage with my buddies around me?
Yeah.
Just
Absolutely.
See if I crit, just to see. Just, it'd be cool. It'd be sick. Nope. Very close. No, so only what was it? 7 damage +3, 10.
10 points of damage, and this thing slips out through the gap in the wall into the ice and snow with 1 hit point left, and we're going to go to our commercials and come back.
Back in about 10 minutes, guys.
10 minutes, guys.
Nice.
Come on back.
I need water. focal length.
Yeah. We're back. Rook is giving us the signals, or he's doing some sort of dance
Thank you so
move.
much.
We're back for Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, doing it for them. So thank you for your kind donations so far and the kind donations you give down the line. We are here for your entertainment, but we're here for them as well. As we come back to this moment with the old man, the hot cocoa, the creature ducking out into the ice and wind, and I hand it back to you guys as we are technically out of combat.
Magenta's gonna chase after him and kill him.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
What is your movement speed there?
No survivors.
50.
50. Beautiful. You run out into the ice and snow. As you run out into the ice and snow, I need a perception check from you, please.
Great. Let me. I have keen hearing and smell. I have advantage on perception checks.
Yeah, go ahead and make
Just
a
like
stifty
my
for
little
me.
wolfie.
Yeah, how far away is this thing?
You're not sure. It
22.
stepped outside. Stepped outside. As it stepped outside, again, visibility is very poor, but with your scent, Magenta, you sniff out that it seemed to be running or heading south, doing that run, run, jump, and leap, run, run, jump, and leap, and you head off after it.
Question.
Excellent.
Is it a
Yeah.
break in the wall or a breach in the wall?
A big old crack in the wall that looks to have been kind of pushed in, burst open.
Can it push in and burst me out?
I'm not
Kool-Aid Man
100%
style?
sure.
Yeah.
Could you fit out the hole? You definitely could fit out the hole.
All right, then I will follow after Magenta.
Yes,
Okay.
excellent.
You step out into the cold.
You hear her bark, and then she's spinning a key point to step of the wind so she can also jump and leap and do whatever the fuck this thing is doing.
Excellent. You guys rush on out. What's everyone else doing inside?
Ignore us. I'm so sorry.
I'm
I'm
pulling out a
immediately going to
blanket.
this guy sipping the
Okay.
thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a blanket and offer it to him.
Beautiful. And
I'm
Phineas?
prestidigitate my pants.
Okay, beautiful. Excellent. So we're going to split between the two here. Magenta, you run outside, you sniff, you bark, and Horik, with your brilliant kind of movement speed as well, you're able to kind of keep pace as you guys run out into the south.
As I squeeze out that gap, there's like a
Yeah.
rumbling in my stomach, and I will also spend a focus and step downwind from whatever came out there and move very quickly as well.
Beautiful. Excellent. You guys chase this creature. As you chase this creature, we cut back inside. You drape a blanket over this man. He kind of looks up and just, you're a good boy. He
Yep.
appears to have pissed himself. Pointing at Phineas as Phineas is removing the...
Yep.
He looks up. He says,
Where's everybody else?
We were going to ask you that question.
Oh,
and looks around.
I
Looks
have a
back at the
feeling
table.
You're the
Yeah.
last one.
I saw. We found a gap. Beautiful. We came back. We celebrated. We celebrated a little too hard. I don't remember after that. Noise at the door. A starry field. We sat on this table and
Gestures back to the table with the clothes strewn about them. If anyone's seen Dragon Ball Z, it's almost like when Cell sucks people out of their bodies there. He looks and he says,
please take me away from here. I used to love it and everything about it scares me. Where are my friends? I need a
Before
nap.
we do that, is there any way we can close this gap? We can't have these creatures just roaming the fields.
and looks at the big gap in the wall and says,
Oh, Holdrick should fix that.
and kind of looks back at the table and goes,
But Holdrick is gone.
Oh, I'm talking of this starry field you speak of.
The thing you
Oh.
saw that you all celebrated.
Oh, It's a little to the south. It calls to us. I don't know how to close it, but don't go to it. It's a bad idea.
I'll second that notion. Let's not go to it, and instead just take him back. We finished what we came here. This was it. We would come, get the tour, and then return.
As you say, let's not go to it. We cut out to it. Magenta and you there, Horik, galloping after this creature. It doesn't take long before you see its outline in the snow ahead of you, just kind of dripping with this green ichor-like blood. As you get to it, just roll a real quick initiative check for me.
Oh man, it's fine. This is fine. Oh, goody. 10.
10.
You got it, Horik.
You got this.
Natural 20 for a 23.
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yes!
Horik, you're going to get there first. It looks very quick, and it looks like it's about to spin around and try to deter you all. You leap to it. What do you do, Horik, as you run up to it?
I mean, it can't fail twice, right? I gotta load the elbow again and go in for the kill.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, that's another natural 20. 26.
Wow! Wow!
Tell me how you
The
tell me how you
penitent
handle this
elbow.
creature.
I mean, I'm just, to get back to it or to get up to it, I had to step of the wind again, a little step down wind, if you will. So there's just poor Magenta got crop dusted along the way. But
My smell is too keen for this.
But yeah, I'm just gonna run up and jump and leap at this thing and just kind of bring the full weight of it down and just crack its back and body.
It hits the ground, hits the ice and snow, and lands there as Magenta comes trotting up. As Magenta comes trotting
Sneeze.
up, there is nothing but rubbing the nose there.
Yes.
As you come trotting up, there is something on the wind, some sort of
Jesus, Horik.
come. As Horik's Horik's crop dusting seems to stick around. As that happens, I need Magenta and I need Horik to make wisdom saving throws, please.
Magenta turns to you and goes, bark, bark, bark! Bark, woof!
I can only assume that was
That's
not
a
a
nat
happy
20, 27. My
Beautiful.
mind is a steel trap.
Steel trap, yes.
Got bigger
What about
things
you,
on your
Deb?
mind or your scent.
Where'd you get there, Horik?
I honestly think being crop dusted did, like, I'm so...
Yeah.
It hurts.
It clears the mind.
The charm couldn't penetrate through.
No.
That's funny. I got a 16.
A 16, beautiful. You watch Magenta as you turn to Horik, and Horik, your eyes go black and starry, and just beyond your eyesight there is a pull, a tug of this crack in the ice. These blinking eyes in a starry void, and you feel like you want to go to that place.
Yes, I do.
Excellent.
Oh, no.
And you trot on down that way. Magenta,
Bark.
as
Woof. Bark, woof.
as Horik heads that way, are you following Horik? Are you heading back?
Yeah, no, she's like barking at him as he's like going forward, and she like tries to get in front of him, but if he like goes around her, she'll like literally just like
Bite him.
bite
Yes.
at his hand or his ankle or whatever she can get at to be like, where the fuck you going? But again, bark, woof, bark, grr.
Do you stop, Horik?
My faculties are still about me. They're not. Like, can I talk to her?
You can talk, but you need to remove your belongings and get to that void.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna kind of take my hat off and say, "Come, Magenta, we got to go." Take my hat off, drop my drones.
How greasy that hair is. Ugh.
Excellent.
Oh.
Okay.
Take
you
my
keep on
vest
moving.
off.
Yeah.
Take your back hair off.
Like
That would
big
be
moment of like,
quite the reveal if the back hair came off.
it's been a lie this whole
Actually,
time.
an artificial. Yeah.
That would not be
New
great, I don't
costume idea
think.
for Dragon Con next year.
Oh,
It's a two-back.
The bottom
Instead
of
of a
the
two-K, it's a two-back.
Yes. A backkin. Excellent. We cut back inside to the old man. The old man starts to come back to himself a little bit, and he says,
We discovered some portal, some way to contact the beyond. We heard it calling. We thought we would contact whatever's beyond, but when we finally made that first contact, we came back here to celebrate in the evening, and that's all I remember. And then darkness, stars, beautiful eyes.
I pull out a book and like a quill pen from my pack, and I just start writing everything.
Oh, I don't give autographs. Oh, I'm sorry.
I do. I do.
ignore
Yes.
him.
Right.
No. This is research, and I just write down exactly everything he's saying.
hey, can somebody get rid of that bot? Both of them.
"We got butts."
Get out.
Oh, fun. You're never safe. You're never safe. What are the rest of you doing here with the old man?
No, so all right, let's just gather up our stuff and get ready for the trek back.
Yes.
We're down at 1,
Yes.
2, 3. We're down a couple. Who are we missing? Buddy system.
I can get my
Oric
things.
Oric and Magenta have been gone a while.
Yes.
Where is this portal?
South of here, no more than a couple 100 feet. We should really get moving away from it.
Right.
It's bad news.
I'm with the old man. That's yes. The excursion stops here. No further south. We head back now.
How about you, Del? You
We
heading
need to
back?
see this. No, we need to see what this is.
Good.
No, come
Come
on.
then. Let's go find Magenta and Oric.
No, we can't. This. Look.
If you want to go back, Phineas, you know the way.
No. And
You do?
I'm gonna reach
I'll
out
go back with you then.
and take off the circlet, and my form changes into this small little rock gnome, and I'm like, look. I don't know what you say. This is enough. We've gone far. Look, I was just trying to get a couple of free drinks, and I do this thing, and everybody was like, "Yeah, the explorer." No, look, I'm just trying to get by. This is not my job. We can't do this. We'll get killed.
You see,
Right now.
you see Phaedrak kind of just like rub at a slice on his face, and as he does, he casts Lay on Hands to heal myself for 15, because I need that. He's just gonna look down on you and say, "No one's keeping you here."
Well, I mean, I can't go. And I'm much safer with y'all.
I agree.
Tell me we're not gonna, but we'll die there. But I'll die on the way back in the cold, and then I'll die if I go over here. And you see, I'll die if we go over there, and then.
No one has ever died on Phaedrak's watch.
But you. How long does your
I
watch
have-
last?
How long until we get back?
The old man looks at you all and says,
If you're going out there, at least take a bit of time to rest up, you know? It'd be stupid to run out there before having a little bit of a shorter rest. But failing that, I do have the things here, I believe.
and kind of heads to the dirty, kind of filthy counters and starts to rummage around and produces just two potions of superior healing.
Sound of chip bag crinkling.
Chip bag, a little bit of black mold.
Superior healing.
And he holds them out and he says,
If you're going, I don't say I didn't warn you.
kind of hands them off to Dell and Phaedrak. Looks at you, Phineas, if that is your name now, and says,
If you're heading back, I'll come with you.
Are you heading back, Phineas?
Look, he
It
said
is
nobody
no
dies in
shame
his
being
watch.
a coward.
It's not. It's really not. Cowards live longer.
I mean,
This is true.
look. All right, I'm okay. All right, I'll stand behind you, like really far behind you, and you'll take care. But we're still down too. Where'd they go? They should have been back by now.
Well, that's
As you
where
guys-
we're going.
head out to them. We cut out to them. Magenta, just trekking, not using step of the wind or anything. You just cool, calm, and collected as you strip off your gear. Horik, strip off everything. You now have no clothes on. Perhaps there's only one thing you have on you. A small container, perhaps. I'll let you describe that. But you have stripped off everything. Everything. And it is cold, and the ice is blasting you. You would know, Magenta, that he probably doesn't have much longer out here. Otherwise, he's going to start getting some frost. But he's going to get frost. But what you do notice as you try, you wouldn't be long getting frost.
My bits are going to get bit.
Yep.
The extremities always go first. As this is happening, you watch as he approaches what you first think is a drop off into ocean, and then you look and it's darker, even with the wind whipping by. There is this enormous crevice that seems to stretch for maybe 60, 70 feet by about 30 or 40 feet wide. A drop off into starry darkness. It seems to drop down, and then it looks like there's a whole universe below it. And he is just marching towards the edge.
Great. Magenta comes out of her wolf form, and she's shouting, Horik, where are you going? Horik, don't go towards it. Don't make... Fine. And she
It's got
gets
to
in
be
front of
warmer
Horik.
in there.
It is significantly not. And Magenta will try to knock Horik down, try to knock him prone.
Excellent.
Keep going.
Beautiful. You're going to go ahead and knock him prone. Excellent. I would like you to please make a... it is going to be a dexterity or strength saving throw from you, Horik, and it is against Magenta's set DC, which is your 8 plus your strength plus your proficiency. As per new rules, technically.
As per new rules, it would just be a 10 then. You have to beat a 10, which is very easy because I'm not very strong.
I believe that's correct.
Brutal.
That's an 18 for me.
18.
Yeah.
Pushes you
Well,
aside.
I was hoping to punch him and use my
the
open hand technique, which
Physical harm.
yeah, I want to actually punch this man and knock him down.
Okay. So make an attack roll for me, please.
Yes. That is a 22.
22. Does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do your damage for me.
Oddly enough, my armor
Magenta.
class didn't change being naked.
Well, yeah.
8 points of damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
He is
ow!
looking pretty hurt.
And now the open hand technique is a dex. You have to make a
And
I'm gonna
strength
make
or
you
dex.
to make you fall prone, so you have to make a dex save
Dex
against
save, there you
DC
go.
15, which you
Excellent.
probably do because you're a monk too.
Yeah,
It's a monk
17.
fight.
Monk fight.
17.
I'm gonna have to knock you
You're
unconscious.
just gonna have to kill him.
I'm gonna
Excellent.
no. It would be a non-lethal. I don't want to kill him.
Well, to be fair,
As-
I'm not there, so he can die. Right? It's not my watch.
Yeah.
It's your
He-
watch.
He gets to the edge of this cliff here, this icy cliff. You, Horik, are looking down at beauty, a universe untouched, these warm, inviting, kind of glowing, starry eyes looking up at you, almost beckoning you to jump. You, Magenta, can see through the snow what looks to be Del, Fidrak, Phineas running, trying to get here.
Yeah, she's
And
gonna
as we
shout
get
as
to
loud
this
as she
point-
can. Don't go into it, Hodrick.
Yeah, I doubt Phineas is running.
To be fair, she doesn't see Phineas. I go
I
by
don't.
Blink now, and it's a gnome and
Mhm.
not the human that you've been traveling with.
Some random gnome, no idea where he came from.
How far
Trailing
away?
Gnome-ness
reluctantly
man.
behind.
Excellent, excellent.
How far away are they?
You would be about 150 feet at this point,
Yikes.
closing pretty quickly. Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So at this
gnome.
point, we are going to roll what I believe to be our final initiative. And curiously enough, it's not combat just yet. It is the race to stop Horik from leaping into another universe. If you could go ahead and roll initiative for me, thank you very much.
Just want to save my friend.
We are like the initiative group.
Nat 1.
Nat
I'm so sorry.
Oh, goodness.
I have
All right.
rolled a good
Did anyone get double digits?
Yes.
another nat 20. Are you joshing me?
It's D&D
Excellent. So we've
Beyond,
got,
I
for
don't
those
know what
playing
to
at
say.
home, we got an 18 for 3-Drac, 23 for Horik. What do we got? A 15 for Delphine. What did you get there, Blink?
6.
6. Okay. Okay.
I'm coming. I'll be there eventually.
Beautiful. So,
I mean,
here's
it
what
makes
happens.
sense. Reluctant.
Horik, you are maybe 15 feet from the edge, 10 or 15 feet from the edge. As you look upon it, unfortunately, Horik is the first to go.
Fucking hell.
And what would you like to do?
Ooh. So, what do I imagine is going to
Wholeness of
happen when
body,
I jump into
wholeness,
here?
Alex.
You don't know. You just know that it is something that you absolutely need to do.
So I'm going to look back to Magenta, and I've got the one thing in my hand. You said still, right? So
You do have the one thing in your hand.
I've got like this mud pie.
Okay.
That Magenta is my home. Like I carry it around with me, right? This place better. Good place to put mud pie. And that this thing grows and gets bigger and becomes a hill giant hovel, right? Like hill giants have this massive dirt
yeah.
and tree
Yeah.
mound.
Yeah.
And you can recall in these final moments, you can recall all the evenings that you were so pissed to sleep in this thing because every time you go in, it smells like bacon when you walk in initially. But when you walk in, the bacon smell quickly turns to more of like a lard smell that's just never really seemed to go away.
Nope.
But that we spent all of these nights in this thing in the defense of the hovel, if you will. And
Yes.
good place for home. And I'm just going to walk over to the cliff and fall off.
Oh,
Beautiful.
God.
Do I have time to do anything as this is happening?
Unfortunately, no. You are a little ways away, and we rolled initiative.
Because I can make it to him and save him if I could.
Rook,
I got the speed.
Double check your messages there, if you'd be so kind. In Discord. Yes, please. He leaps off the side there. As he leaps off the side, arms wide, with the arms wide open, you fall through. As he falls through, you just watch as he hits the darkness. Let me know if you have any troubles with that. And he disappears. As he disappears, the surface ripples ever so slightly, Magenta. As the surface ripples ever so slightly, on initiative count 20, you would watch as emerging from this void.
When the angel starts playing?
A head. Yes. A head. What looks to be an almost draconic head. Almost like it's been dipped in a starfield and is lifting up with the starfield. You can watch as it lifts its head up. You see its massive maw, its beautiful eyes, these broad shoulders, these wings, this torso. It doesn't completely come out of these dirty little fingers as it lifts itself out of the void there up until to its waist. It lifts its hands, and as it lifts its hands, it seems to have in its hand what looks to be an adolescent little dragon wormling that it kind of lifts that is flying there beside it. It tilts its head and you hear it say, "Join us. You belong in the star field." And it is going to another ball of this beautiful starry field. It does not reach anyone but Magenta. Magenta, could you go ahead and please make a Constitution saving throw?
A
As this
con
little
save?
dragon worm. Yep.
Oh. That's a 3. That's a 3.
You fall asleep to the ground there, and the rest of you watch as it reaches out with a claw to kind of grab Magenta and pull Magenta into the void. With its claw out and ready to go, that is going to bring us down to... that's going to be you, Friedrich.
So as I see all this unfolding off in the distance, I am going to run my 35 feet and cast Find Steed, pulling Poundsy back into reality. As he does, it's just hand on horn, hoist myself up, and he is going to double action to push me 120 feet forward, and I am reaching Magenta.
You're at Magenta, yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. And let me see, what do I got? That was an action. Bonus action! I am going to grab Magenta and use my last Cloud's Jaunt to teleport back 30 feet away from this hand.
Good stuff. Scoop. You come back. Poundsy is still galloping towards this thing. Magenta is pulled away. Looking at Magenta, you're a quick study. She's not unconscious. She's not dead. She's just sleeping.
Cool. Headbutting's not a free action, right? Just a quick bang.
Oh my god. It's like the head gets really close and everyone's like, "Oh, kiss to wake her up," and then head smash.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Oddly enough, like headbutting you while you're asleep is a lot less creepy than kissing you while you're asleep, and a lot more acceptable. So Disney, take note, okay?
In all cases.
Excellent. Glaswegian kiss. Bang.
Headbutt your homies good night.
Headbutt your homies good night. Magenta, you awaken. Okay.
Oh my god. What did it do to me? My head hurts so much.
What happened?
Aldrich, just went in.
That's going to bring us down to Dell. You are there with them, kind of back a bit from them. I'll put you well within about 60 or so feet. 60 feet from the claw, I'll say.
Wow.
What
Make it
is
easy.
there even to do now? Dumb shit is the answer to that question. Get closer to the dangerous thing, as per
The
usual.
big,
So
big dangerous thing, little baby dangerous thing next to it.
Mhm,
Little
mhm.
spawn.
Yeah. Moving closer to it.
Excellent.
I'm noticing a
Great
pattern
plan.
with your characters. Just a small one.
You know. Look, I came out here for a reason. I am going to. This is probably a stupid, useless thing to do, but I'm doing it anyway because this is my brand. So, I'm going to cast Detect Magic. I'm just gonna kind of like briefly close my eyes and then reopen them and be able to see any magic presence in the area, trying to get a sense of what kind of shit is going on here. Basically.
Yeah, there's some sort of extra planar vibes that you get from this, but that's not what your detect magic is going to do. What your detect magic does detect is a strong conjuration. That rift was conjured, was brought here, placed there for some reason. Not sure why, but definitely conjuration magic. So there is an element to this being a spell or a magical effect. The entire rift.
Okay. So that's my action. So for now, I'm gonna shout actually back over my shoulder, because I know I'm not the only one who knows anything about magic here. I'm just say, this was created by a spell. Someone did this, and I am going to pull back out the book that I had and start flipping through it. And that's just what I'm doing until my next turn.
Nice.
Like trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do here? What do I need to do here?
Beautiful. That's going to bring us down to Blink. Regardless of if someone conjured it or not, it is there. What would you like to do?
Well, first I'm going to look around to see who she was yelling at. And then sure, yeah, no problem. It's conjured. It's an effect. How close are we to the rift?
You're 60 feet from it.
Oh, fantastic. Then I'm gonna back up a little bit, and then cast Dispel Magic and
Excellent.
see what happens.
As you dispel magic, you feel a sharp kind of as that dispel magic seems to be ripped from you there. What are the new counterspell rules? I never know what they are. I think you make a charisma save. What is it? Let me go back to the player's handbook. Where are we? Let me find it there.
We're right by the rift with a
Say that
dragon
again?
looking at us and a baby dragon looking at us.
There is a dragon and a baby dragon looking at you right now. Yeah. Give me 20 seconds. You could absolutely. There we are. Beautiful. So I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, beautiful. That makes sense.
That's a 7.
7. Okay, never mind. You feel the spell kind of ripped from you. It doesn't seem to work as you try to dispel this effect here.
Yeah, well, that did exactly what I thought it would do. Can we leave now?
Anything else you want to do?
No.
I'm gonna back up. If I was 60 feet away, I'm
Backing up.
gonna back up. You know.
Yeah. That is going to bring us down to our good friend Magenta.
Yeah, I'm being pulled away on this majestic goat. So happy it's back.
No, it's just me.
Just you. The goat's still running.
Poundsy's still
at the
attacking.
hand.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought everything. Okay, so Poundsy's still going. Me and you are off to the side. I've been headbutted awake, and yeah, Magenta's just like, do we have to? We have to get rid of this. This can't be here.
Nope.
Yeah, Magenta will just pat Friedrich, excuse me, on the arm. Thank you for. Yes, Friedrich. Thank you so much. She'll pat you on the arm. She's like, oh, I'm gonna go punch a dragon, I guess. and she's gonna walk back towards it, pulling out her quarterstaff and
Excellent.
casting Shillelagh on it and running back into the fray of it. That's that. I think that is her whole turn is movement and bonus action. I don't think she. Well, no. Friedrich only got us 30 feet away,
Yeah, you
correct?
can get there. Yeah. You can get to the hand.
Gets to the hand and is going to bring the quarterstaff down with a thwack.
Beautiful. As you bring the quarterstaff down on the knuckles of this dragon's claws.
22 to hit.
22 will hit.
For 9 points of damage, and Magenta is just like, you don't belong here.
It looks at you as you hit it. Why do you hurt me? You don't belong here either. Join us. As we come back to the top of the round.
I don't consent to that.
Oh, okay, so all right, yeah, you're putting me in a weird position here. I am technically trying to, but what I'll do, I might try to charm you and then make you give consent. That sounds terrible as well.
It's not, no.
Which comes round to the top of the round. That little wormling starry dragon. Brooke Fallon, would you like to tell me what you do?
No.
I think so. Do I have knowledge of my previous self? Do I know these
You are not
people,
your
or
previous self
I am
any
not
longer.
that? I am just this.
Yep. I sent you a message of what's going on in your mind, but other than that, you have no. You know what? Make a real quick intelligence saving throw using the stats of Horik.
Jesus.
Here comes a
One
nat
more
20.
for the road. Yeah.
One more for the
One
road.
more. Good old. That's a 2 for a total of 1.
You have no idea who you are.
Well, in that case, then, who's the closest to me?
Magenta is right there near
Yeah.
your creator's hand.
I will reach down and breathe out at her. She needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
It's the
Crop
starry breath.
dusted on one way, breathed on the other.
I believe you'll probably hit. I think you can hit Friedrich as well with that distance.
It's a 90-foot cone, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So I'll let you hit. Let you hit Friedrich as well. Phineas is out the way and Dell's back a little bit.
and our good friend
Friedrich.
and Poundsy too, right?
Poundsy as well. Yeah. So I need con saving throws from all of you, please.
You monster.
Goodness. Do this.
I don't think there's been a game yet where I haven't changed
Poundsy.
Rook's class or character.
That's so true.
Not been many.
So it'll
I'm
be
sorry.
a nat 20 for Poundsy and a 16 for me.
Phaedrak, you're gonna have to headbutt me again.
Actually,
Magenta fails there. Rook.
it's actually an 18 by me.
Then I will fly down
Yeah.
and stand over her
Excellent. As Magenta
as
drops.
she falls unconscious.
Yeah, this
God.
little dragon wormling lands there. Beautiful. That is going to bring us down to Big Dragon. Big Dragon is going to reach down and scoop up Magenta. Friedrich, is there anything you can do?
I mean, on my turn.
Beautiful. It is going to scoop up. Oh boy, this is going to be very interesting. It is going to scoop up you, Magenta, and pull you into the starry field. And as you're pulled into the starry field, I'm going to send a link to chat, and you're going to come back as the same thing that Rook is.
Oh,
Great, cool, great, awesome, great.
And up.
One of
And
us.
you-
One
And
of us.
you need to get them into the void, preferably dead. Unconscious is okay. That is all I gave Rook. As you feel the darkness like Neo covering you.
this is taking a hell of a turn.
This is like another turn.
Yeah.
Not see this coming.
That is going to bring us down to you, Friedrich, as you watch. And Magenta is pulled into the darkness. There's just that wormling standing there and the dragon kind of sitting in the stew.
Right. So Poundsy's gonna ram Horik for sure.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I feel like
so
that's
he's
fair.
gonna attack. He's got a +5 to his, so it'll be a 20 to hit.
Ooh, that'll hit.
Nice. I love that. And it is a 1d8, if I'm not mistaken, for
Put it there
the
as well
slam.
for everyone.
Yeah. So d8 of damage plus his strength. So it'll be a 7 psychic damage as he just comes up behind you and smashes you from behind.
Excellent.
Seeing all this nonsense happen, I am going to back up 35 feet.
One of us. One of us.
And I'm actually going to whisper out another incantation, one to the ancient gods that I follow in these lands, and I'm going to call down a moonbeam directly on top of this dragon, into the void as well. Yeah,
very cool.
40-foot high cylinder centered on right on him. Just
right on. Excellent. Con save at the start of its turn, I believe.
Yep. Each creature in it, when the cylinder appears, each creature in it makes a con save.
Thank you for clearing
and then
that up.
Also, it'll be what is it?
If it starts
when
its
the
turn,
area
right?
moves or it starts its turn. Yeah. Or ends its turn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ends
If
its
it
turn.
ends its
Beautiful,
turn.
beautiful. A little bit of an adjustment. That is a fail on the, what is it, con?
I love that for me.
Yeah, that is a fail. 4 on the dice.
So that's
Go
gonna
ahead and give
be
me
16 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, very
there.
nice.
And as a bonus action, I don't have any more.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I'm just gonna kick it.
As the moonbeam comes down on it, you watch as it kind of moves, screeching a little bit. You scorch some of the star field off it, and it lights up like a sun is kind of shining through it all of a sudden. Yeah. That is going to bring us down to you, Del.
I am going to creep a little bit closer to this rift, and I am going to dispel magic.
Excellent. You are going to dispel magic. Go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
All right.
I believe in you. Ooh, question. If I backed up my 35, does that put me nearby Del?
Yeah, I'll say you can be nearby Del. Yeah.
I was creeping a little closer too, so we're probably closing.
You're probably pretty close. Yeah.
If you're within 10 feet of me, you get +2 to that save.
Excellent.
Okay, so then that
As
brings
you
it to a
say,
21.
The counterspell does not go through, but I do need from you a spell casting check, because this is higher than what you can cast.
Yes, I assume.
So go ahead and roll a intelligence check. No, charisma check.
Yes.
Let's go. Roll high.
21.
Beautiful. Here's what happens. The edges of the ice start to peel and kind of zip in. As they start to zip in, roll a D100 for me, Dal.
Okay, that's always good news. Let's see. A 22.
22. Okay. Here's what happens. The enormous dragon curls in as this is kind of, the void is shutting, like it's trying to get out of the way. As the void is shutting, it pulls away. With your 22, it pulls away. And as it pulls away, there is a bloop, like a droplet of starry goodness that kind of flips out, and that lands on the ground beside Horik's dragon there. You watch as the void disappears, leaving behind a glacier of pure ice lake behind. And all that is left of this void, as the whispering and as the starry field stops, is this little wormling dragon. And in the pulsating, oozing starry field, magenta, as a similar sort of dragon appears the last two progeny of whatever this creature was.
Gross.
With the starry void gone, Magenta and Horik, you two are lost, babes in the woods. You have no idea where you are, where your creator went.
Caw.
All you can speak is Draconic, and in front of you are these
Draconic
vaguely
bada.
familiar humanoids.
Do I still have my detect magic up?
You do.
Do I sense anything about them?
They are full to the brim with what looks to be, I think it's technically enchantment magic that you saw
Can I
from
make
their
an
breath.
intelligence save to see if I recollect anything, or am I completely?
You recollected. That was me just debuffing Rook. You guys are pretty smart as these creatures. Your detect magic detects no more sign of that conjuration rift.
Yes.
Just these incredibly powerful little fledgling draconic creatures.
I'll like lower down and like gently like reach out this long starry neck towards you, Del, and then just croaked out, Del.
Gross.
What?
Oh,
What?
awful.
So I'm gonna go up to
Odd.
I'm gonna go up to dragon, other dragon, and just start talking to it in Draconic. So, you come here often?
I was born here. Where is my mother?
Well, we could probably discuss that later, but you're going to want a makeover because you don't want to go around looking like this. People are going to give you funny looks and everything like that. You stick with me, I'll help you reinvent a personality and a whole thing going on, and you'll fit right in. Don't worry about it.
Phaedrak
I'm
moves the
gorgeous.
moonbeam to encompass Horik.
I'm just kind of looking closer at the magenta creature and just kind of like looking in its eyes and kind of studying it, trying to see if there's anything about it that is familiar that I recognize in general, or like, have I heard of anything like this? Just trying to like understand what is now in front of me.
You don't. You may recognize perhaps the eyes. No longer that black inky void. The skin is still that beautiful starlit kind of sky, but the eyes seem very magenta-esque. Almost the same sort of eyes you would have seen when magenta wild-shaped into various creatures. That's possibly why you recognize her, is that this just looks like a fancy wild shape for her. The Horik one is recognizable for its girth. And as the moonbeam,
They're very heavy back scales.
yeah,
Oh,
and the
we
scales
just went
and
into
the back.
ads, y'all. I'm so sorry. We just went into ads.
Oh no.
Okay.
That's fine. It's
we'll come
fine.
back.
We can just hang out for a minute.
We're about to. We're gonna wrap up soon anyway.
Yeah, we'll just hang
Oh
out
my
here. We'll
God.
just. Oh, this is funny.
I do wish we had had that detail immediately, that this was a great big baby dragon.
It's a great big baby dragon.
He's just got a lot of baby
We
fat,
might
you
have
know.
put those
He's
pieces
got baby
together.
fat.
Does he have like tiny little wings? He tries to like.
Little wings that don't quite lift him. Yeah.
He's
just
got like a
rolls
few feet
around.
off the ground, gonna hover.
Top hat.
No, the
I
top
hate to
hat's
break it
further
to
in the
y'all,
snow.
But,
Okay.
Oh yeah, his clothes are still everywhere.
Oh,
He went in
dibs
there.
on the hat.
Naked. He came out. He went in naked. He came out naked.
But yeah,
Oh jeez.
I'm just gonna. So Phaedrak's not smart at all.
Really?
We're about to come back. Save that thought. Save that
Yeah,
thought.
we're at a minute and a half still. So
There we go. Go for it, Phaedrak.
Yeah, I mean Phaedrak's not very smart at all. So I want to see if the moonbeam will peel away the starlight.
The moonbeam hits Horrick's body. And as the moonbeam hits Horrick's body, it's just pain. It doesn't wipe away any
Searing,
stars.
terrible pain.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to scream out in rage. And I mean, I would say I've probably recharged my breath weapon by now. I'm just going to spin around and blow the dream breath back at him.
18 points of radiant.
As the dream breath comes back out, you're all very close, and I'm going to need all of you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
And this is how we all die in the snow.
20.
Beautiful. You're fine.
Can I be put to sleep by this?
No, I don't think so. You're
Oh,
immune.
that's true. I can't be put to sleep by magic.
It's not sleep, it's
16.
unconscious. Well, I don't know if that
Yeah,
means
it's not
something
sleep,
new.
it's unconscious. Yeah.
I don't know if that means something new in the
Unconscious condition.
Yeah.
No, we're not
Shit
immune
just
to the
kills you,
unconscious
bro.
condition.
Phaedric, Phineas are fine. Del, Magenta.
Wow,
that
even in
blinked
this
out.
form, I roll like a 5.
I
Great.
got a 4.
You both fall asleep. As you both,
Okay with that
not
one.
fall asleep, you're unconscious, rather. As you plonk to the ground there, Magenta and Del kind of falling together, you kind of recognize who these creatures are. I hand it back to you guys with 2 dream dragons. I would like to see what you want to do.
First thing I want to dispel that goddamn moonbeam that's hurting my friend. I was over
Well,
here trying
unfortunately-
to make conversation.
He ended his turn in it, so I'm doing damage again.
No, I didn't end
Oh.
my
Yeah,
turn in it.
6 more.
I was waiting for all
Excellent.
of the
Oh,
damage or whatever, everybody to make their save. I'm going to fly away.
Yeah, beautiful.
I have to. I
You
have to
take
fly
off.
away.
And your tiny
You-
little wings.
You,
But my sister is unconscious down there.
Yeah, you can wake her up with a headbutt. We've seen that works.
does work.
But it's only headbutts now.
She's a wormling. Can I grab her as I
Oh,
fly away?
Yeah, you can scoop her up.
Is the crevasse still there?
The crevasse is gone. There is
Completely
no-
dispelled. It was like a hallucinatory terrain type
Yeah.
of situation. Okay.
Yeah, it's gone.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to fly away like 60 feet in the air. I don't
You
know
guys
how
watch.
high the moonbeam is, so.
Blink, Del, and Phaedric, you watch as Magenta and Horrick disappear into the icy storm.
I'm definitely gonna get rid of that.
I'm just gonna
moonbeam.
move the.
I mean, I
moonbeam
don't see
towards
anything
them.
because I'm still unconscious.
So at this point, they are gone, and I hand it back to you 3.
I'm gonna dispel the moonbeam, so no moving the moonbeam. If Ack is gonna go and wake them up or do something to help our sleeping. I mean, now's not really a good time for a nap.
It's just me. It's just me
Phaedric's
now.
hopping
Sleeping
on
friend.
Poundsy, and he's charging after them.
Then I'm gonna
Excellent.
wake up to hell.
Thanks.
Excellent.
Thanks for not letting me die in the snow.
You wake up, Del, as
Get me
Phaedric
around for a
runs into the wilderness to chase after them.
It's my charge. The oath
Beautiful.
of the ancients. This is my land to protect. I have to protect it.
Excellent. Beautiful.
So,
Uh,
obviously, I'm going to nudge Magenta awake.
We'll come back to you guys in a moment.
Sure.
Blink and Del, the last 2 here. What would you like to do?
So, I think this is maybe kind of your thing, but I was thinking a little more research might help out in the situation. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna cast Warp Sense, which I don't know if it'll work in this particular case, but it would tell me the location of any portals and the portal key. And if I think I'd have to make a change, and it would tell me the portal key required and how to access that what's behind that portal.
Beautiful. Excellent. As you cast that, your attention is pulled back to the facility that you guys dashed out of. As you make your way back, The old guy is nowhere to be seen. You see his jacket and clothes laying over a chair, the head chair at the head there. And as you kind of hunt your way through, all you find with this warp sense is a small little, what looks to be almost a scale in that under that counter where the potions were kept, and it seems to have around it little candles, a shrine of sorts to whatever this is. Go ahead and make investigation checks for me, both of you.
21.
21,
28.
Beautiful.
I'll put that 21 back in my pocket now.
A shrine, some sort of summoning, or some sort of dream, moonstone, dragon. A spell, ritual spell cast from here by one of the individuals here. And with your investigations, you would just detect that those footsteps lead back out into the glassy orb there. The what do you call it? Not terrarium. What am I trying to say?
Planetarium.
Greenhouse.
Greenhouse.
Yeah, greenhouse. Thank you.
Arboretum.
Yeah. Arboretum.
I take out my book and I immediately sketch this layout of this little shrine, exactly what it looks like and how everything's positioned and everything like that.
Yeah. Seems to be some sort of mix of planar shift and planar binding. An attempt at bringing something here and binding it.
Interesting. And then I take the scale from the center of the shrine and I stick it in my pack.
I mean, did we want to find out more about that? Was it magical? We could.
Well, it looks to be a dragon scale.
I mean, okay, we can later. It's okay. I'll put the pearl back in my pocket that I was taking out. It's fine.
No, you're welcome to
now?
look at it. I just want to make sure we
it's
take
fine.
it back with us.
Fine, your pocket. It stays in your pocket. It's great. No, we don't need to
No,
know.
you know what? That is a good idea. And I'm gonna pull a little pearl out of my bag. I'll take
my
scale.
pearl out. I will. Here's your pearl.
And I will cast Identify.
Beautiful. As you cast Identify, we cut back out to Magenta and Horik. Horik, you nudge Magenta awake.
Where do we go?
I don't know. The big one hurt me very bad. I recognized him somehow.
We were friends, I think. But they hurt us.
Mother must have meant them to be the first of our disciples, our followers.
Should we go back and try to communicate with them again?
The one spoke our tongue.
He shall be our first.
I am very wounded, though.
On that note, Poundsy's running 120 feet every round.
Yeah, so we're gonna get.
Note of being wounded.
Yeah.
So we'll come back to you.
Carrying. I should catch up pretty soon.
You should, but
Well,
I'm going to get some checks from you in a
flying.
moment. Yeah.
I'm flying up, man. Like,
Yeah. So let's resolve this, and then I'll come to you in a moment. Yeah. Gotcha.
You're so fast. Yeah, if you let me go, I can fly by myself. We should.
I can follow from above. Come help if they attack you again.
Yes, that would work.
You guys.
Mother left us on our own.
She trusted us.
We're going to grow so big and strong.
We're gonna be so cool, and we're gonna show everybody how great we are, and how great Mother's plan is.
You curve back. As you curve back, Friedrich, running through the snow, both to protect this land and save friends. Go ahead and roll me a survival check real quick, please. Do it with advantage because your steed also knows these lands.
Cool. I'm also gonna chug that superior healing potion.
Yeah. Good thinking.
Oof.
I wish I could do that.
Plus, that's a lot of ones. I'm so sorry.
It's a lot of ones.
That moonbeam took
I'm
me to
almost
2 hit points.
Ooh.
Yeah. I know. I was gonna throw a javelin at you too, but you disappeared.
Hey.
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
I hate
Survival.
the player.
with
Hate the
advantage,
game. I got a
you say?
60-foot fly speed. I'm using it.
It's a 19.
19. Beautiful. You follow along. They do fly incredibly high, but you're able to spot these small little specks through the snow there. As you think it's almost futile, you lose them for a moment in the sky. And you glance back, and they've curved around to the left. And you know these lands well. They're heading back in the direction they came, back towards the outpost.
That's right, Poundsy. There's still work to do. And we turn around and follow.
Excellent. As you guys are identifying this scale, the equivalent of a tuning fork to some sort of astral realm, you hear wings.
Well, yeah. Well,
But
I don't
what
know
you also
how-
hear is of a very familiar ram approaching.
I don't know if it'll help or not, but I would have done this anyway. While she was spending 10 minutes trying to cast Identify, I would have spent 10 minutes to cast Magic Circle. So maybe we'll have
Sure.
some protection.
Yeah. At this point, as you've identified this, you hear the galloping of Poundsy. You hear the flapping of wings. They both seem to be almost coinciding with each other here in this weird little dining nook. As the wings approach overhead, as you hear the of Poundsy approaching that gap.
They're back.
If they ever get within 120 feet, I'm throwing a javelin.
That'll probably happen.
At this point, you arrive at the outpost with Phineas, with Blink and Dell there, Friedrich, and Magenta and Horik. You guys are kind of approaching this area here. Friedrich, as you arrive.
As I arrive, I'm going to immediately start channeling a new spell and start concentrating on Shield of Faith for myself.
When I hear
Excellent.
them, I stop what I'm doing and I head outside. I want to see them approaching.
Yeah, you have the identifier. You know exactly what you've got there. Phineas has done Magic Circle. As you step on out, you see Friedrich there, concentrating on a spell, looking at the sky, waiting for these things to come through the sky there. You can see, Friedrich, that Dell seems to have come from inside, steps back out to meet you. Blink as well is there, and you guys watch as parting through the clouds, right at the edge of 120 feet, Magenta and Horik pierce through.
Do you want, Horik, do you want to stay back?
Mhm. I'm going to stay up and just circle and
Okay.
wait.
Just be Magenta.
Beautiful. You start to circle around there. Shield of Faith up. What would you all like to do as these things approach?
Chuck a javelin.
Okay, go ahead and give an attack roll against to try and hit Magenta's creature there.
It'll be a disadvantage because javelins
Sure.
are not super
Sure.
good at long range.
Excellent.
But we're going
Go
to
for it.
try anyways.
Go for it.
First javelin is a sweet 7.
7 misses. The javelin doesn't quite make the height there.
Grab it.
I just
And
kind of
throwing
like
it too.
I'm holding my hand that's still holding the scale. I'm kind of like raising my arm to Magenta and sort of waving.
And I see the scale. I'm ignoring Friedrich because you're trying to hurt me.
It's
But I
also
see
terrible.
the scale, and I'm just like, yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, hey,
You
friend.
swoop on down. Anything you want to do there, Blink?
Yeah, look, can we just talk about this? Can we
No.
just talk for a minute? I mean,
These are not our friends.
but
they
just
are
wanna go home. We can
abominations.
Get them home. They want to be with their
Magenta.
mother.
Their
You
mother is
swoop
gone.
in. And Magenta swoops in with incredible speed and lands in front of Dell, almost like a hippogriff, kind of landing there. And just kind of you step forward towards Dell, who's holding out this scale that just resonates with familiarity.
Like, no, as you're holding up the scale, if you don't like pull it back or anything, you watch as Magenta like puts like her snout against the back of your hand before one of her claws comes up and grabs your hand, very similar to the hand holding. Because I don't know if you remember this, but there was many times during our travels coming up here that Magenta kept holding your hand, either to like, oh, don't, you'll slip there, whatever. Just there's a lot of hand holding on the trip.
Yes, yes. She definitely recognized the gesture. Just say, Phaedra, stay the fuck back.
I cast Divine Smite and attack twice.
Oh!
Okay. Excellent. As you attack Magenta, we cut back up to you there, Horik, as you're circling above. Flashes of light from down below. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Yeah, if flashes of light come, I'm going to dive and try to aim my dream breath to where it just hits the aggressor and nobody else.
Okay.
I don't know if I can do that or not. It's a pretty big-ass cone, so...
Yeah, absolutely. What we'll do is we'll have Phaedra, if you want to attack Magenta, you can go ahead and make that attack, and then I'll get you, Rook, to blast that dream breath there.
First
and
hits
then we'll go from there.
terrible, second hits terrible.
Wow!
Okay. Are they nat ones? One of them's
I
a
got
nat one.
nat one on one of them, yeah.
Beautiful. So with that nat one, you fling your flail, and it actually goes flying 10 feet into the snow with that nat one. As Rook comes flying, Horik comes flying down, breath bellowing out. And I need a con save from Phaedra, I believe. Yes.
24.
Beautiful. You do not
my
go
brother weapon's
unconscious.
The worst. And
As
Poundsy
yet,
needs one
terrible.
too. Poundsy
useless.
needs a save as well, right?
Poundsy. Oh, yeah, if you're on Poundsy, yeah, Poundsy will need a save real quick as well. But Phaedra is absolutely
Right,
fine. Yeah. Good old Poundsy.
We don't know. Poundsy is immune to everything. Poundsy's immortal.
Yeah.
I
Poundsy's
will
actually
immediately go
that
back
fucking
up.
dude,
I'm going to swoop back up out of the javelin range, though.
Okay.
So,
excellent.
like, I dive down 30 feet, throw my cone,
30 feet.
dive back
blast,
up
come
30
back
more
Okay,
feet.
excellent.
I
Excellent.
love that. Because if your 90-foot cone is 90 foot, then you're 120 feet. So I'm going to hit you with a moonbeam.
So,
Oh
so here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Here's what's going to happen. We are going to roll initiative, I guess. Those of you that wish to, if it's just Phaedra and whoever else, you're welcome to. But you
Well,
tell
I'm
me who's
initiative.
rolling initiative.
12.
12. Excellent.
21.
Ooh.
21.
What's
Excellent, Del.
This what they.
I told you.
I love my rolls this game. I've been doing great. It's a 6.
Okay, cool.
I've got a 17.
I'm just
Poundsy's asleep.
unbothered, apparently.
17 for
I'm holding hands
Horik
with my best friend
Mhm.
right now.
and Blink.
6.
6. Beautiful. 6 as well. Excellent. So at the very top of the round, Del followed by Horik, followed by Phaedra, followed by Blink and Magenta together. At the very top of the round, Del, you're kind of watching as Horik is kind of swooping in and out. You hear footsteps inside, like those soft footsteps on stone. What would you like to do?
I am casting darkness right around Phaedra.
Nice.
My weakness.
A big old ball of darkness appears around that area. Kind of is probably going to clip you guys just a little bit, but yeah, darkness feels because Phaedrak's not too far from you.
I
anything
take
else you wanna do?
actually I had just been sketching in my book just a moment before this, and I still have it sort of half in my pack, and I pull out my pen and sort of flick some of the ink off the pen, and it explodes into this globe of darkness.
Beautiful. Excellent. That anything else you want to do? Say?
You two need to go up. Get out of his range.
They need to die. This land
bring
must
us-
be protected from this evil.
I don't know.
That
I
is
thought
gonna
I
bring
heard
us-
something, but I don't see anyone around here, so I guess I
It's
didn't.
going to bring us down to Horik. What would you like to do from up in the air?
There's this big globe of darkness down there now.
Yeah.
Shit. Can I see my sister? Can I see Magenta?
I'll say you can.
She's
in
not
the
in it.
globe of darkness?
Yeah, she's not in it. Yeah, delve through it. Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna fly down to like the other side of the place, and I'm gonna try to sneak back. It says I'm proficient in stealth, so I'm gonna try to
gotcha.
land out of sight of where these
Around the other
people
side,
were
okay.
and sneak
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, go ahead and roll a
I'm gonna
stealth
roll my
roll for me.
D6 too. I'm not going to get all the way to the ground this time,
Okay.
so I don't think it super matters. But
Okay. Yeah. Beautiful. Excellent. So you go and hide around the corner there. If you hit the ground, make a stealth.
it was a natural 20 for the stealth roll. It's a 26.
Okay. Okay, 26 for stealth. Beautiful.
God, I've rolled a
that-
lot of natural 20s tonight.
You have.
That is going to finally bring us down to Phaedrak with Blink and Magenta on deck. Phaedrak in the darkness there. Poundsy.
Poundsy fell asleep.
Oh.
So that,
Okay, just having a nice little nap there. Yeah.
He
I'm gonna
deserves it.
run towards whatever direction my flail went.
Yeah.
Find that. How big
Yeah.
is darkness nowadays?
20-foot radius.
It's
10-foot radius?
15-foot radius.
15-foot radius. So your flail, you
30
run
foot
towards
diameter.
it, and as you run towards it, your foot hits the flail before you leave the darkness.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that and keep running.
Do
I
you
have
Excellent.
35
the other
see
side.
it as you? I mean, you wouldn't see it though.
I mean, if I kicked it,
Yeah.
I'd imagine I would be like, "Oh, there it is." Grab.
Yeah, it's right kind of there as he's running out. You run out. As you run out, you've used 15 foot of movement, kind of 20 technically to get out of the darkness there.
Heard. What do I see suddenly on this side of the darkness field? What is in vision?
You would know that Magenta and Phineas, Magenta and Blink and Dell are just on the other side. Kind of, you've run out the top here, and they're just on the other side here, the wall there. And how much movement did you have, Horik, to get where you were?
I had 60 feet to get where I was and still make a stealth check. So
A stealth check. So you look up. You can make a perception check if you wish, Phaedrak, as you look up to the skies.
If I don't see anybody, like immediately, I'd start just looking around. That's a 4.
4. Yeah. No sign. You know they're on the other side of the darkness, but that one in the air is just not there right now through all the snow and the wind and sleet.
Heard. Then I will use the rest of my 20-foot movement to start circling around the sphere towards my old companions.
Yeah, you come face to face with everyone as you run
My
around the sphere
old
there, which is going to,
companions.
My former friends.
which will bring us down to.
Well, do I see any of them?
Yeah, you see everyone standing there. Yeah.
Heard. I'm going to cast Moonbeam on Delphine.
Beautiful.
I am now the
Excellent.
sole aggressor, I guess, but everybody wants these people to survive, and I cannot bide that. You are now my
Fair.
enemies,
Okay.
unfortunately. So,
Okay.
not Constitution. It is a Constitution saving throw.
That's an 18.
That will save. You
do I
take
need to
half
fix
damage, which
the
is
radius?
bang.
5 foot radius, I believe.
So you'll take 6 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You take 6 foot of radiant damage. That's going to bring us down to Magenta and Blink. Whoever would like to go first.
Blink, if you would like to go first.
I really would like to. I never like to do anything, but that's fine.
Good.
Go ahead.
It literally, like, Magenta sees the moonbeam drop and sees Friedrich coming around, and in her mind, she's like, he doesn't want to be my friend anymore. And so Magenta's gonna grab Delphine, put her on her back, and then scoop up Blink, because you're much smaller now, and Magenta is going to fly off with the two of them.
Beautiful. Okay.
Can I make an attack of opportunity as they do?
You were not within range, unfortunately, because you were back around you ran around the thing, and they were 10 or so feet away from you. Unless you got 10-foot reach.
No.
Okay.
I think only hobgoblins get that.
Okay, right. Bugbears, that's it. Yeah. Blink, as you lifted up and taken off, what would you like to do?
Oh, how about a little cover? And I'm gonna cast Silent Image of like a snowstorm and put us like in like a snowstorm so he can't see us. And I'll just move that with her as we move.
Okay.
I'm just imagining like a cardboard cutout of a snowstorm.
Okay.
It's like a cloud with little snowflakes. Just doop doop.
Horik, they swoop up towards you as they kind of gather and move off. As you look back, Friedrich is there, ready to absolutely go as you swoop away. Friedrich, as these guys kind of fly away, a big cloud of snow behind them, you just hear soft footsteps poke their head out of the crevice in the building there. And as the crevice in the building opens, the old man, still shivering, looks at you and says,
"Oh, beautiful things, aren't they? If you want to find out where they come from, where they're going, come take a look."
And he steps.
I'm gonna
into the
try and knock
facility.
him unconscious.
Okay, you knock him unconscious. As you knock him unconscious, we zoom out of there and we follow Blink and Dal and Horik and Magenta as they fly away. And as they fly away with Friedrich on their tail somewhere in the future to banish them from his lands, that is where we are going to leave our episode today.
What a wild turn.
That sure went more PvP than I expected.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but half the party decided we're just gonna do the bad guy stuff.
It's also fitting,
I
right?
mean,
Because the
bad
Giant King guy is
versus
like, no,
Giant.
dragons, like, this is bad, right? Like, there's nothing
Dragons are
wrong
bad.
with the
Dragons are
way it
bad.
played.
At any rate, thank you
No,
all
I'm here
for
for it.
sticking with us and watching through the end of all of our shenanigans. Before we say goodnight, we'd like to take this opportunity to remind you who we are, where you can see us in the future. So starting with Rook.
It's me. I'm Rook Vellum. You can see me here sometimes. Most of the time, I'm doing this out of your all's view. And badly producing the show. But you can also see me over at Rook Vellum on Twitch sometimes. I have been streaming a all salami weapon run on Baldur's Gate, only using salami, and I've also been given a list of classes to play at each individual level. So I have to change my classes up, and the only weapons I'm allowed to use is salami.
What a king.
So yeah, tune
into
in to Rook for salami on demand.
Oh, jeez.
That sounds like something different.
Oh, me now?
That's the way this works.
Oh, God.
We're going around in a circle.
I'm Violet Crow, and you also can find me generally here, playing games sometimes, just chatting about whatever during our happy hours. That's pretty much it.
Well, that's enough. That's a lot. Jacob.
Yeah, I'm Jacob. You can find me here most of the time. Hopefully, you'll find some very fun, high quality, actual play, live play stuff that we filmed with a bunch of these wonderful faces that you see here. Some of the wonderful faces you see here. You can also find me at Theatre of the Mind Flayer is the other D&D podcast I do. So yeah.
Fantastic. Nikki.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I've been on here twice, and I love it very much, and I can't wait for my next guest starring event. So yeah. But if you're looking for anything that I do, I run professional games over on startplaying.games. I do a lot of Regency style romance games with fairies. So if that's something that you're into, you should come in.
I'm in.
Check it out. I send you handwritten letters if that's your vibe.
Super duper adorable. Holy
But-
shit.
I know,
But
right?
for our entire audience, it is Give
Yes.
Us More. Chrysander.
That's me. Hey y'all. Normally you can't find me because I'm typically behind the cameras. But if you like things like photography or like motion capture or film, I do that kind of stuff. You can find me at mandragora_media on Instagram. It's mostly pictures of other people and not me. But that's what photographers do, I suppose.
I mean, I'm in
I
some of
will
those
be-
pictures, if that helps.
I will be back. So
Yes.
I will be here eventually.
You will see more of Chrysander here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fantastic. And I am
And-
Chuckles. Oh, sorry, please.
Last thing. Still 100% nobody dies on Phaedrax's watch. No one died. No one died.
That's fair.
Did you die?
Well, we don't
I didn't see anyone
know.
die.
Maybe we'll put that up for a poll for people to weigh in on whether anybody actually died during.
Make sure you come check out our epilogue on Discord to find
It's
out
gonna be a
if
juicy
anyone
one, I think.
actually died. Yeah.
We will. We stay tuned. Come to our Discord where we will be posting an epilogue to this episode. In the meantime, I am Chuckles. You can find me here doing these. Also, every other Monday we do a happy hour where there will be all sorts of uplawns and other things coming to you a week from tonight, next Monday.
Oh God, that
big
makes
news.
no sense if you haven't watched it.
Well, then they need to tune in. That's how teasers work. I don't need to teach you everything. In addition, you can find me on all social media at Chuckles. That's Chuck with an L-A-Z, and thereby find where I'm going to be, whether that's New York Comic-Con or Japan for Star Wars Celebration or C2E2 in Chicago, or maybe coming to a con near you. So until then, until we meet again, we say good night. Remember to tell the people that you love them. And remember, hit points are not required to help out a good cause.
All right.